Senior Health Weekly Recap. Expert tips every older adult needs to hear. Are you eating to stay healthy or slowly shortening your own lifespan without realizing it? Many older adults believe that eating light or clean is enough. But the truth is, some everyday foods, often thought to be healthy, could actually be quietly harming your heart, joints, and memory, meal by meal, day by day. In this week's Senior Wellness Recap, we'll uncover 5 common foods that are silently accelerating aging in people over 60. Why you still feel tired, sore, or weak despite eating carefully. The top superfoods seniors should eat weekly to protect long-term health. These expert-backed insights are curated from this week's most important videos on senior nutrition, featuring real advice from doctors and geriatric health experts. Don't let small daily eating habits become the root cause of big health problems later on. Watch the full video to learn practical, science-backed tips that help you live longer, move easier, and feel stronger, starting today. Subscribe to Senior Wellness to never miss our weekly health recaps for smarter aging. Seniors. Warning: stop taking these 3 vitamins. They are destroying your leg strength. Are your daily vitamins quietly making your legs weaker? That may sound hard to believe, but for many older adults, it's a hidden truth. Millions of people over 60 take supplements every morning with the hope of boosting energy, protecting the heart, or staying youthful. But what if some of those pills are doing more harm than good? What if that daily health ritual is the very thing robbing you of your strength, your balance, your independence? If standing up from a chair feels harder than it used to, if your legs feel shaky, or if stairs suddenly feel intimidating, it might not be just age. It could be something you never suspected. Because staying strong in later life isn't just about walking. It's about staying independent, preventing dangerous falls, and protecting the freedom to move as you've always known. So in today's video, we're going to uncover 4 common vitamins that may be silently stealing your leg strength, your nerve function, and your muscle power. And more importantly, what you can do right now to stay strong, steady, and confident at any age. Don't take another pill until you've seen what we're about to show you. Before we dive in, if you care about staying strong and independent as you age, don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might help someone else. Rule 1. Vitamin E, the silent muscle destroyer. There's something important I want to tell you today. Something that most people, especially those in their later years, are never told clearly. And it's this: not every vitamin that's marketed as healthy is truly helping you. In fact, some of them, when taken too much or too long, can quietly do more harm than good. One of the most common and underestimated examples is vitamin E. Now, I know you've probably heard all the good things about vitamin E, how it helps fight aging, supports your heart, protects your cells from damage. All of that is partly true. But here's the other side, the one rarely mentioned on supplement labels or morning health shows. Vitamin E, when taken in high doses or without medical guidance, can slowly disrupt your nerves and muscles. It doesn't strike suddenly. It erodes quietly. It doesn't make headlines. It makes people fall. Let me explain this as clearly as I would if you were sitting right in front of me. Vitamin E is what we call a fat-soluble vitamin. That means once you take it, your body doesn't just use what it needs and throw the rest away like it would with vitamin C or B complex. Instead, it stores the excess, mainly in your liver and in your body fat. So when you take too much every day, especially over months or years, it builds up. And that buildup can begin to affect the way your muscles and nerves work together. Inside your body, your brain sends tiny electrical signals through your nerves to tell your muscles when to move. Walk, stand, climb, turn. That entire system depends on your nerves firing properly and your muscles listening and responding. But when vitamin E accumulates in excess, it begins to disrupt that communication. The signals slow down. They get distorted. The muscles grow sluggish, even if they're not weak in strength. You might feel like your legs aren't keeping up with your mind anymore. You might stand up and feel a strange wobble. You might miss a step, not because you didn't see it, but because your legs hesitated. And for someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, that tiny moment of hesitation can be the start of a very big problem. This is not theoretical. It's not rare. I've seen it again and again, especially in patients who are active, who take their health seriously, and who follow the supplement trends they believe will keep them sharp and strong. The irony is heartbreaking. They're trying to prevent decline, but unknowingly speeding it up. And that's where the trouble begins. I remember a patient named Helen. Thoughtful, active, the kind of person who reads the fine print on everything. She came to me after nearly falling while gardening. Her legs had started feeling unreliable, she said. Not painful, just weak in a strange, unfamiliar way. No changes in medication, no recent illness. But she mentioned casually, started taking high-dose vitamin E for her memory, 800 IU every morning, for nearly a year. We stopped it right away. In just a few weeks, the heaviness in her legs began to ease. Her balance returned, her confidence followed. She hadn't lost her strength. Her body had simply been overwhelmed by something it didn't need. And this happens more often than most people know. That's why I'm telling you now. If you're over 60 and you're taking any kind of supplement, pause for a moment today. Go to your cabinet, read the labels, add up the numbers. If you're getting more than 200 IU of vitamin E a day from multiple sources, especially for long periods, you might be doing more harm than good. If you've noticed that your legs tire easily, that you've become more cautious walking through your own home, or that you hesitate before standing or stepping, it might not be your age speaking. It might be your nervous system, quietly overloaded by what seemed like a healthy choice. Ask your doctor, get your vitamin E levels checked. Focus on getting nutrients from food. Avocados, nuts, spinach, seeds, where the balance comes naturally. And remember, no supplement should ever replace listening to your body. What you think is protecting you may be quietly draining your strength. Sometimes, staying strong in older age doesn't mean doing more. It means doing less, but doing it wisely. Your body already knows how to take care of you. Don't drown it in too much of what it doesn't need, because the legs you stand on today are the foundation of your freedom tomorrow. 2. Vitamin A, a hidden cause of osteoporosis. There's a truth that slips beneath the surface of most conversations about aging. We think of bones as structures that weaken with time, as if age alone is what hollows them out. But the reality is more complicated, and sometimes more preventable. The strength of your bones isn't just about calcium or milk or how many stairs you climb each day. It's also about what you put into your body, believing it's helping you, when in fact, it might be silently carving away your foundation. That's where vitamin A comes in. Vitamin A is essential to life. It helps with vision, immunity, cell growth, even skin repair. But like many fat-soluble vitamins, those that linger in the body long after you swallow them, it must be handled with balance and care. Because in high doses, especially when taken over time, vitamin A doesn't nourish your bones. It breaks them down, quietly, without warning, and often without pain. The process is subtle. High levels of vitamin A interfere with the work of osteoblasts, the specialized cells responsible for building new bone, and at the same time accelerate the activity of osteoclasts, the cells that break bone down. Imagine a house being demolished faster than it's being rebuilt, day after day. At first, it still looks whole from the outside, but the structure weakens with each passing week. And what makes this especially dangerous is that it's often invisible until something breaks. Older adults are particularly vulnerable. Their bones are already more fragile. Their reserves of vitamin D and calcium may be low. And when they add daily capsules of vitamin A, especially from synthetic supplements, liver pills, or even certain fish oils, they may be slowly tipping the scales toward fracture without realizing it. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that people don't take vitamin A out of vanity or recklessness. They take it for vision, for immunity, for skin. They take it because someone told them it was natural. But not everything natural is gentle. Some things natural are strong, and strength, when misused, becomes damage. One of my patients, June, had always lived actively and independently. One morning, she fractured her hip stepping off a curb. No fall, no stumble, just a sharp pain and a trip to the emergency room. Her scans showed severe bone thinning, unexpected for someone who walked daily and ate well. The missing clue was in her supplement drawer. Liver capsules, rich in retinol, taken daily for over 2 years. Meant for skin and vitality, silent harm, hidden in routine. We stopped the pills, shifted her toward plant-based beta-carotene, monitored her recovery and strengthened her bones with movement and nutrition. She healed, not just physically, but with a new understanding of how easily good intentions can mislead even the most careful of us. If you're over 60, this may be the moment to pause and ask, how much vitamin A am I really taking? It's not just about the pill labeled vitamin A. It's also in multivitamins, fortified cereals, liver products, fish liver oils, skin supplements, even anti-aging regimens. And unlike beta-carotene, which comes from plant-based sources and only converts to vitamin A as needed, preformed vitamin A, called retinol, accumulates quickly and relentlessly. The recommended daily intake for seniors is around 700 to 900 micrograms, or about 2,300 to 3,000 IU. But many over-the-counter products far exceed this. And when the excess goes unchecked, it settles into your liver, your tissues, your bones, where it waits in silence, until you miss a step. Until the bone snaps before the muscle even flexes. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can shift course today. Check your labels. Look for retinol palmitate or retinol acetate, forms of vitamin A that are stored, not flushed. Be cautious with liver supplements. If you're taking a multivitamin, check how much vitamin A is already included before adding anything else. Choose your sources wisely. Beta-carotene from colorful vegetables is safe, flexible, and gentle. Your body takes only what it needs, discards the rest. That's the kind of wisdom you deserve. The kind built into nature and into your own biology. And talk to your doctor. If you've been taking vitamin A for years, especially in high doses, ask for a bone density scan. It's a simple test that could reveal what your body hasn't told you yet. 3. Vitamin B6, a hidden threat to your nerve health. The human body speaks in whispers before it screams, especially after 60. And one of the quietest, most easily misunderstood whispers is the gradual loss of sensation in the feet, the fingers, the legs, places that once felt solid and connected to the earth, but now feel like shadows of what they used to be. That fading, that tingling, that strange sense of, my legs don't quite belong to me anymore, is often brushed off as aging. But not all numbness is inevitable. And not all causes are natural. Some are man-made. Some come in capsules with good intentions. One of the least expected culprits is vitamin B6. That might surprise you. After all, vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, is a water-soluble vitamin, and the common belief is that water-soluble vitamins can't harm you. Whatever the body doesn't use, it flushes out, people say. That's true, up to a point. But like all rules, there are exceptions, and B6 is one of them. When taken in high doses, especially over a long period of time, vitamin B6 doesn't always get flushed. Instead, it can accumulate in nerve tissue, and when it does, it begins to interfere with the very structure of those nerves, particularly the peripheral nerves, which are responsible for sensation and movement in the arms, legs, hands, and feet. What begins as a harmless tingling soon becomes a troubling numbness. What feels like pins and needles after sitting too long eventually turns into a dull, distant sense of not quite feeling your feet touch the floor. Over time, this can affect balance, coordination, and even walking. Some people describe it as walking on cotton. Others say it feels like their shoes are filled with water. The medical term is peripheral neuropathy, but most people don't need the name to know something's not right. The real tragedy is that this kind of nerve damage from vitamin B6 is often caused not by poor health, but by the very effort to be healthy. High-dose B6 is promoted as a remedy for energy, mood, even carpal tunnel and PMS. It's found in energy drinks, sleep aids, multivitamins, and stress support blends. And most dangerously, it's often taken in combination. A multivitamin might have 10 milligrams. A memory supplement adds 50 milligrams more. A nerve support pill can push the daily intake past 100 milligrams without anyone noticing. The recommended daily allowance for adults over 50 is just 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams. Anything above 100 milligrams per day, especially over months or years, can cause sensory nerve damage. In some cases, even doses around 50 milligrams, taken regularly, can slowly wear down nerve function in people who are more sensitive. And unlike some vitamin side effects, which go away quickly, B6-induced neuropathy is slow to heal and sometimes doesn't fully reverse at all. One of my patients, Mr. Raymond, 76, came in because he kept tripping. Not from dizziness, not from weakness, but from something he couldn't quite describe. His legs felt disconnected. He said, "It's like I'm walking, but my feet don't tell me what they're doing." After checking his supplements, we found the answer. He was unknowingly consuming over 150 milligrams of B6 daily through multiple pills. We stopped them immediately. Some sensation returned over the following months, but not all. He walks better now, but not without a cane, and a quiet regret for trusting the wrong advice too long. What hurt him wasn't neglect. It was too much care in the wrong direction. That's what I want to save you from. If you're over 60 and you've been taking supplements for energy, memory, or nerve health, please check the labels. Look closely at the amount of vitamin B6. If you're taking more than 50 milligrams per day regularly, stop and reassess. If you're experiencing tingling, numbness, or a strange walking on clouds feeling, don't assume it's age. Bring it up. Talk to your doctor. Ask for a basic neurological exam. It takes minutes and could prevent years of uncertainty. And if you're already struggling with unexplained balance issues or sensory changes, don't panic. The nerves, like most things in the body, can recover if given time and relief from what's harming them. But that recovery must start with knowledge. The danger of vitamin B6 overdose isn't that it strikes suddenly, it's that it creeps in while you're trying to take care of yourself. It walks quietly behind your best intentions. But you can outwalk it if you pause, turn around, and listen to what your body is trying to tell you. 4. Vitamin C. The unexpected link to achy muscles and joints. We often imagine vitamin C as harmless, innocent even. It's the cheerful one, bright orange, sweet in flavor, packaged in fizzy tablets and glowing promises. It's what people reach for when they feel a cold coming on, when they want stronger immunity, or simply when they want to boost their health without risk. After all, it's water-soluble. What your body doesn't use, it just flushes out, they say. But even the safest nutrients can overstay their welcome. And when they do, especially in older adults, the results may be less obvious, but no less real. Vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, is essential for many reasons. It supports the immune system, helps in collagen formation, improves iron absorption, and fights oxidative stress. In moderate amounts from food, fruits, vegetables, even certain greens, it's a beautiful ally. But when taken in large doses as a supplement, especially over long periods, it can cause a different kind of stress. One that doesn't show up in a sniffle, but in aching joints, kidney stones, gut irritation, and surprisingly, weakness in the legs. You see, while the body does excrete excess vitamin C through urine, the journey it takes can be damaging along the way. High doses of vitamin C, especially anything above 1,000 milligrams per day, can increase the risk of oxalate buildup, a compound that can crystallize in the kidneys and joints. In seniors who may already have reduced kidney function or be slightly dehydrated from common medications, this buildup can lead to kidney stones or low-grade inflammation in the body. That inflammation often hides itself not in pain, but in fatigue. Heaviness in the legs, a vague sense of soreness after normal activity, sometimes even stiffness in the knees or ankles that didn't exist before. Most people never suspect it's related to their beloved vitamin C supplement. What's more, high levels of vitamin C can also interact poorly with certain medications, like anticoagulants or drugs for gout, worsening their side effects or reducing their effectiveness. And while vitamin C is famous for helping iron absorption, in excess it can tip the body toward too much stored iron, a risk factor for oxidative stress, especially in older adults. So the question becomes, when does helpful become harmful? The answer lies in intent versus awareness. People don't take 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily because they want to harm themselves. They do it because they believe they're protecting their future. But sometimes, in trying to avoid illness, we forget to listen to the signals already whispering through our body. I once met a woman named Rosa. She was 72, vibrant and lively, with a sharp wit and a warm laugh. She had read online that vitamin C helped with skin aging and immunity, so she began taking high-dose effervescent tablets, 1,000 milligrams each, twice a day, every day for more than a year. She came to see me not for a cold, but because her legs had begun to feel strange. Not weak, exactly. Just tired. More than usual. She would get a dull ache in her knees after walking up a short flight of stairs. At night, her calves sometimes cramped and her sleep was restless. There was no obvious injury. No arthritis. Her blood work was mostly normal. But her kidneys showed signs of irritation, and she had recently passed a small kidney stone. When I gently asked about supplements, she proudly listed them. That's when the picture became clear. We stopped the high-dose vitamin C, encouraged hydration, adjusted her routine, and within weeks, her legs began to feel lighter. The fatigue eased, the inflammation receded, her sleep returned. The sparkle in her steps came back. She hadn't needed more, she had needed less, and perhaps more importantly, she needed to feel heard. Too often, people her age are told their symptoms are just aging. But aging isn't an explanation, it's a context, and context matters, because your body still responds, it still heals, it still adjusts when we treat it with respect. So if you're taking vitamin C right now, ask yourself, why am I taking it? How much am I really getting? Not just from tablets, but from juice, fortified foods, powders, chewables. The recommended daily amount for seniors is around 75 to 90 milligrams. Even with a small buffer, most people don't need more than 250 milligrams a day, unless advised by a doctor for a specific short-term need. Anything beyond that may be giving you more acid than assistance. Especially if you feel muscle tightness, joint soreness, or have had a history of kidney stones, reconsider whether that extra boost is truly a benefit or an unseen burden. Because in later life, strength is not built by stacking more and more inside the body. It is built by creating balance, by removing the things that quietly interfere with the energy you already have. Before we close, let's pause for a moment, not to worry, but to reflect. Every day, you take small actions to care for yourself. You eat thoughtfully, take your pills, and follow routines that feel safe. But once in a while, it's worth stepping back and asking, are these routines still serving me or silently working against me? Take a moment today to reevaluate what you're putting into your body. Look at your supplements, your habits, even your beliefs. Not with guilt, not with fear, but with wisdom. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Or have I been doing it out of habit or hope or pressure from clever marketing? The truth is, vitamins like E, A, B6, and C, while essential in the right dose, can harm more than help when used without guidance. They can dull your nerves, sap your balance, quietly weaken your legs. Not because your body is aging, but because your choices haven't yet adapted to your stage of life. But there's good news. Once you recognize the risk, you take back the power. So here's what you can do starting today. Review every supplement you take. Not just the obvious ones. Check multivitamins, memory aids, anti-aging blends, anything with a label. Add up your daily intake of key vitamins, especially vitamin E, retinol, a form of A, and B6C. You may be surprised how quickly it adds up. Talk to a doctor who understands older bodies. If you can, speak to a geriatric specialist or functional medicine provider. Bring your list of supplements. Tell them if you felt more tired, more wobbly, or more afraid of falling. Ask for a blood test, not just routine labs, but one that checks actual vitamin levels, especially E, A, B6, and C. These aren't always included by default. You must ask. Focus on real food first. The nutrients from whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, fruits are safer, better balanced, and harder to overdose on. And don't forget one of the most underestimated risks of all, inactivity. Even if your nutrition is perfect, sitting too much can quietly rob you of strength. Long periods without movement shrink the muscles of your legs, weaken your hips, slow your circulation, and make everyday tasks, standing, climbing stairs, even walking across the room, feel harder than they should. You don't need to go to the gym to change that. A short walk around your house, gentle stretches in your chair, standing up every hour. These simple motions are like medicine. In fact, they may be even more powerful than any pill you take. Movement, done consistently, is how you tell your body, I'm still here, I still need you, and I'm not done yet. Because growing older is inevitable, but how you grow older, that's your choice. And it's never too late to make a wiser one. If your legs could talk, they'd thank you for listening today. Because choosing awareness over habit, truth over trend, that's real strength. And strength isn't about resisting age, it's about owning it. So if this video helped you, even just a little, click subscribe, drop a comment, and let us know you're walking this path too. Not just for yourself, but for someone else who may need this message right now. And don't stop here. In the next video, we'll reveal more silent threats and the simple steps to keep your body steady, your mind sharp, and your freedom intact. You're not just aging, you're evolving. And we're right here with you, every powerful step of the way. The 5 best foods for seniors with no carbs and no sugar. Have you ever wondered why, even after a full night's sleep, you still wake up feeling completely drained? Why your knees ache for no clear reason, or why your memory seems to get foggier with each passing year? Because the truth is, most people over 60 feel the same way. Every single day. At nearly every meal. You see, some of the foods you might be eating without a second thought are quietly triggering inflammation, spiking your blood sugar, and accelerating brain aging, joint pain, and even weight gain. And all of it only gets worse as we grow older. But here's what no one's telling you. You can turn it around, just by changing what's on your plate. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 incredibly powerful foods that are low in sugar, low in carbs, and specifically designed to support your brain, joints, heart, and energy after age 60. And food number 5? Almost no one over 60 eats it anymore. Yet it's one of the most important foods for longevity and mental clarity. So don't look away. Watch all the way to the end, because the food you eat today could be the reason you remember tomorrow, or forget it completely. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for weekly senior health tips, and tell me in the comments. What's one food you eat every day that you're starting to question? I'll be personally reading your answers. 1. Wild-caught salmon, nourishment for your brain, balance, and bones. If I could prescribe just one medicine to every senior I've ever treated, it wouldn't come in a bottle. It wouldn't be a fancy supplement. It would be something simple, something honest. A fillet of wild-caught salmon gently pan-seared in extra virgin olive oil, finished with a touch of sea salt, a squeeze of lemon, and served alongside tender wilted greens. Why salmon? Because wild-caught salmon isn't just food, it's healing in its most natural form. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which your aging body and brain crave more than ever before. As we grow older, we start to lose the natural padding around our cells. Our brain's wiring becomes brittle. Thoughts slow, names slip, moods become unpredictable. We call it aging, but often it's simply the result of chronic inflammation and nutrient depletion. Omega-3s act like a balm for the aging mind. They rebuild the membranes around your brain cells, improve signal transmission, and soothe the invisible fire of inflammation. Not just in your mind, but in your joints, your heart, your blood vessels. And here's something most people miss. Not all salmon is created equal. The salmon you find wrapped in plastic, farm-raised, and fed with synthetic pellets doesn't have the same healing power. It's often lower in omega-3s and higher in harmful toxins. But wild-caught salmon, vibrant in color, firm in texture, is nature's original brain food. Even its deep coral hue is more than just beautiful. It comes from a natural antioxidant called astaxanthin, which protects your skin from aging, your eyes from degeneration, and your cells from oxidative stress. It's not a coincidence that people who eat wild salmon regularly often look younger, feel sharper, and move more freely. But just as important as what's in salmon is what isn't. Wild salmon has 0 sugar, virtually no carbohydrates. That means when you eat it, your blood sugar doesn't spike. There's no insulin surge, no fatigue crash later, no strain on your kidneys, your eyes, or your brain. For seniors especially, eating foods without sugar or refined carbs is not just ideal, it's essential. It helps prevent the highs and lows that damage blood vessels and accelerate cognitive decline. In a world that pushes carb-heavy snacks, sugary, low-fat yogurts, and bland crackers onto older adults, wild-caught salmon is a return to truth. Clean protein, healthy fat, real fuel. Let me tell you about Martha. She was 78 when her daughter brought her in, worried that her memory was fading. She had forgotten her granddaughter's birthday, something that had never happened before. Her labs were fine, but her diet lacked real nutrition. No fish, no fat. I asked her to start eating wild-caught salmon twice a week. Just 3 months later, she returned smiling. I remembered her birthday, she said, and the name of her favorite book. It wasn't magic, it was proper nourishment, simple and powerful. So if you're over 60 and you feel the fog setting in, if you wake up with aching joints, if you forget names or appointments, if you're tired of being tired, consider what you're feeding your body and what you're not. Start today. Choose wild-caught salmon, not farmed. Sockeye, coho, or king salmon are excellent options. Cook it gently, baked, grilled, or pan-seared in olive oil. Add lemon, garlic, or herbs for flavor and enhanced absorption. If fresh is too expensive, frozen wild-caught is perfectly fine. Just read the label. Avoid breading, sugary sauces, or frying in seed oils. Feed your brain what it's missing. Give your joints the anti-inflammatory relief they've been begging for. And protect your blood sugar by choosing meals with 0 sugar and 0 carbs, like this. Omega-3 is not just a supplement. It's a missing ingredient in too many senior lives. 2. Avocados. The creamy fat your heart, brain, and gut are begging for. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, a type of healthy fat that actually lowers bad cholesterol, LDL, while raising the good kind, HDL. These fats nourish your heart, support hormone production, and help your brain cells function more smoothly. And unlike processed oils or animal fats from fried foods, the fats in avocado come packaged with fiber, potassium, and antioxidants that work together to reduce inflammation throughout the body. As we age, inflammation becomes a silent enemy. It stiffens joints, it clouds the mind, it damages blood vessels. But the fats in avocado, along with its plant compounds, help to quiet that fire. They lubricate the body from the inside out, protecting your arteries, feeding your skin, supporting brain chemistry, and easing digestion. And then there's potassium. Most people associate it with bananas, but avocados actually contain more potassium than bananas, a critical mineral that helps lower blood pressure, reduce cramping, and support normal heartbeat rhythms. Now here's where it gets even better. Avocados are naturally sugar-free, and they contain almost 0 net carbs. That means they don't spike your blood sugar, they won't cause insulin crashes, and they're incredibly satisfying, helping you feel full longer, which naturally curbs cravings for sweets and starchy snacks. For seniors, this combination, healthy fats, fiber, potassium, no sugar, and almost no carbs, makes avocados a nutritional goldmine. Let me tell you about Susan. She came to me just after her 65th birthday, grieving the loss of her husband. She'd lost her appetite, her energy, and as she put it, the will to cook for one. Most days she just picked at toast or crackers, maybe a little soup, but nothing substantial. Her blood pressure was climbing, her skin had become dry. She felt sluggish and sad. I listened to her carefully, then made a small suggestion. Start with half an avocado a day, I said. Nothing complicated. Just mash it with lemon and sea salt. Spread it on whole grain toast if you like, or eat it straight with a spoon. A month later she returned, not transformed, but lighter. Her eyes brighter, her skin smoother. Her appetite had returned, and so had a bit of joy. It sounds silly, she said, but eating something rich again, it made me feel human. That's the power of the right kind of fat. And make no mistake, as we age, our bodies still need fat, especially women who rely on dietary fat for hormone balance, bone strength, and brain protection. Without it, we often see mood swings, brittle hair and nails, and fatigue that no amount of coffee can fix. So if you've been avoiding avocados because you think they're fattening, please let that belief go. The fat in avocado doesn't make you gain weight. It makes you whole again. Start small. Half an avocado a day is enough to feel the difference. Add a sprinkle of sea salt, a little olive oil, or a pinch of chili flakes. Mix it into scrambled eggs. Slice it into your salad. Make a simple guacamole with lemon and garlic. And most importantly, don't be afraid to enjoy it. Because this food doesn't just feed your body, it comforts it. It fills the parts of you that toast and tea can't reach. In a world that encourages older adults to eat low-fat everything, to fear richness, to play it safe, I encourage you to be bold with your nourishment. Your brain, your heart, your skin, your mood, they are all still listening. And they are all asking for something deeper than low-calorie snacks. 3. Eggs, the simple superfood that keeps you standing strong. If I had $1 for every patient who's told me they stopped eating eggs because of cholesterol, I'd have retired by now. For decades, we were warned that eggs were bad for the heart, that their yolks were dangerous, that too many would clog our arteries. And so, many older adults removed them from their plates, thinking they were making a wise, heart-healthy choice. But the science has changed, and the truth is, we got it wrong. Eggs, especially whole eggs with the yolk, are not the villain they were once made out to be. In fact, they are one of the most complete, affordable, and powerful sources of nourishment for people over 60. Each egg contains high-quality protein, the kind your muscles recognize and immediately use to rebuild, repair, and maintain strength. And let me be very clear here. Muscle loss is one of the greatest threats to independence in older age. As we get older, we naturally lose muscle mass. But when we lose too much, too fast, we lose balance. We fall more easily. We struggle to get out of chairs, upstairs, or out of bed. It's not weakness, it's biology. But it's also preventable if we feed our bodies what they need. Eggs offer that. Just 2 eggs can provide a powerful dose of complete protein, with all the essential amino acids your body needs but cannot make on its own. But protein isn't the only reason eggs matter. They're also rich in choline, a nutrient that plays a key role in memory, focus, and brain development. Sadly, most older adults don't get enough choline, and the result is often seen in brain fog, forgetfulness, and confusion. Choline supports neurotransmitter function, the little chemical messengers that carry thoughts, emotions, and memories from one part of the brain to another. And guess where choline is most concentrated? In the yolk. That's why it breaks my heart when I see people still tossing out the yolk, thinking they're doing something healthy. The yolk contains vitamin D, vitamin A, B vitamins, iron, and other essential micronutrients that help keep your brain, eyes, and immune system working the way they should. The yolk is not the problem, it's the prize. And here's something else to love. Eggs contain no sugar and almost no carbs. That means they won't spike your blood sugar. They won't cause energy crashes. Instead, they keep you feeling full and satisfied, making it easier to avoid reaching for sugary snacks or processed junk later. Let me tell you about Harold. He was 74 and had stopped eating eggs years ago out of fear. Instead, he lived on cereal and toast, easy, familiar, but empty. He'd grown weak, tired, and unsteady. I asked him to start eating 2 eggs a day, any style he liked. Just weeks later, he had more energy, steadier legs, and, most importantly, hope. That's what eggs do. They rebuild, they restore. If you're reading this and still believe eggs are dangerous, I invite you to rethink that belief. Science has shown us time and time again. For most people, dietary cholesterol in eggs does not significantly raise blood cholesterol. In fact, for many, it improves the ratio of good to bad cholesterol. And the benefits, stronger muscles, sharper memory, better appetite control, are too great to ignore. 4. Spinach, the leafy green that fuels your bones, eyes, and energy. Just 1 serving of cooked spinach delivers a rich dose of vitamin K, which supports bone density and helps prevent fractures. It's loaded with vitamin A and lutein, which help protect your eyes from age-related degeneration, and vitamin C, which supports your immune system and aids wound healing. Spinach is also high in folate, magnesium, and iron, nutrients that fight fatigue, improve muscle function, and even support heart rhythm. But what really sets spinach apart is this. It gives you all of these benefits while being naturally low in calories, sugar-free, and virtually carb-free. That means it won't raise your blood sugar. It won't feed inflammation. It won't leave you feeling heavy or bloated. Instead, spinach quietly works behind the scenes to nourish your cells, energize your day, and protect your most vital organs, especially your bones, your brain, and your eyes. Let me tell you briefly about Eileen. She was 79 when I met her, and she'd been feeling more tired lately, low energy, frequent bruising, and brittle nails. She told me she was trying to eat light to stay healthy. Mostly toast, crackers, a little fruit. But what she really needed was real nutrients, not empty carbs. I recommended one simple change. Sauté a handful of fresh spinach each day in olive oil with garlic. Nothing else. Within a few weeks, her energy improved, her nails grew stronger, her bruising lessened, and she started enjoying cooking again, just a little. That's what spinach does. It doesn't just give you nutrition, it gives your body the tools it needs to repair itself. And if you're not used to eating it, I promise, it's easier than you think. You don't have to eat raw salads every day. In fact, your body absorbs the nutrients in spinach better when it's cooked. Try tossing it into scrambled eggs, blending it into a soup, or sautéing it as a warm side dish. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of salt, and suddenly it becomes rich, comforting, and deeply satisfying. Spinach is also gentle on digestion, making it ideal for seniors who struggle with constipation or irregularity. The combination of fiber, magnesium, and natural hydration helps keep your system moving without needing pills or powders. If you've been feeling sluggish lately, don't be so quick to blame old age. Sometimes your body is just missing the fuel it once had. And sometimes that fuel comes in the form of humble, leafy greens. 5. Walnuts. The wrinkled nut that keeps your brain and heart young. Walnuts are rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which the body uses to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and protect your cognitive function. Omega-3s don't just nourish the brain. They help you remember names, stay emotionally steady, and reduce your risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Walnuts also support cardiovascular health in a big way. They help lower LDL, bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and improve the flexibility of blood vessels. That means better blood flow to your brain, your heart, and your legs, and less risk of strokes or heart attacks as you age. But here's what makes walnuts especially perfect for older adults. They're sugar-free, very low in carbs, and naturally high in fiber and healthy fats. That combination keeps your energy steady throughout the day and helps curb hunger between meals, making it easier to avoid reaching for processed snacks or sugary treats. Let me tell you about Mr. Peterson. He was 81 and came to see me for brain fog. His words. He said he just didn't feel as sharp as he used to. He'd stopped reading the paper, struggled to focus during conversations, and felt tired even after a full night's sleep. He wasn't on any medication, no serious illness, but his diet was missing one key ingredient: healthy fats. I asked him to try something simple, just a small handful of walnuts each day. No need to cook, just eat them straight or toss them onto his oatmeal or salad. A few weeks later, he came back grinning. "I don't know if it's the nuts," he said, "but I'm remembering names again. Even crossword puzzles feel easier." Whether it was placebo or nutrition, I smiled and told him, when you feed your brain the right fuel, it tends to thank you. That's the kind of story I hear often. Walnuts don't need much preparation. They're portable, affordable, and easy to add to just about anything. A tablespoon or two a day is plenty to begin with. You can enjoy them on their own, mix them into Greek yogurt, sprinkle over roasted vegetables, or even blend into smoothies for a creamy texture. And because they're so satisfying, they help stabilize your appetite. That's important, especially if you struggle with cravings, late-night snacking, or emotional eating. What's more, walnuts contain vitamin E, magnesium, and polyphenols, all nutrients that act as natural antioxidants to combat oxidative stress, which is closely linked to aging, memory loss, and inflammation. If you've been avoiding nuts because you're afraid of fat, please reconsider. The fat in walnuts is the kind your brain, heart, and joints need to function well as you age. It's not the kind that clogs arteries. It's the kind that keeps blood flowing, thoughts clear, and your hands from aching every morning. And if you're watching your blood sugar, you'll be glad to know walnuts contain 0 sugar, and their low carbohydrate content won't spike your glucose levels. That makes them a perfect snack for people managing prediabetes, diabetes, or simply trying to protect their metabolism. So the next time you see a bowl of walnuts, or pass them by at the grocery store, don't dismiss them. They may look small, but they carry a lifetime of benefits. Each little bite is a quiet gift to your future self. Because aging well isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about preserving your sharpness, your steadiness, your independence, and that kind of strength. It starts in the simplest places, like the palm of your hand, holding a few walnuts. Final words. Your health is still listening. So there you have it, 5 powerful healing foods that ask for nothing but give your body everything it needs after 60. You don't have to overhaul your life. Just start with one small change: a piece of wild salmon, a spoonful of avocado, an egg cooked your favorite way, a handful of walnuts, or a sauté of fresh spinach. These are not just foods, they're acts of self-respect, reminders that your health is still listening, and it's never too late to feed it right. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 foods do you already eat, or which one are you excited to try first? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this video gave you hope or something to think about, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Because your next chapter deserves to be strong, clear, and well-nourished. Seniors, stop. Never refrigerate these 5 foods. Here's why. Are you sure your fridge is protecting your health, or could it be silently destroying it day by day? Picture this. You open your refrigerator, grab something that seems totally safe, some fresh fruit, crisp vegetables, maybe a bit of leftover dinner. But just a few hours later, you feel nauseous, your stomach starts to hurt, or worse, you end up in the emergency room. And you're not alone. Over 48 million Americans get sick from food-related illnesses every year, and many of them are seniors, people whose immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be. The scary truth? The culprit might be sitting right inside your own home, inside the very fridge you trust to keep your food safe. That's right. Some foods that seem harmless can actually become dangerous when refrigerated, losing their nutrients, growing harmful bacteria, or even developing toxic compounds. And the worst part? Most people have no idea they're doing it wrong. The 5th food on this list might shock you. Not only does it lose nearly all of its nutritional value once it's been chilled, but it can also quietly develop compounds that are harmful to your heart and digestive system, becoming a silent killer right there on your dinner plate. So, are you storing your food the right way, or are you unknowingly putting yourself at risk? Stick with us until the end of this video, because what you're about to learn could save your health, or even your life, or the life of someone you love. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss another life-saving tip. Now, let's open the fridge and face the truth. Number 1. The potato. You might think it's harmless, tossing a few potatoes into the fridge just to keep them fresh a little longer. But what if I told you that cold air doesn't preserve them? It transforms them? When raw potatoes are stored at low temperatures, something subtle but dangerous begins to happen at the cellular level. The starches inside the potato start converting into sugar, much faster than normal. This process may not sound alarming, but here's where it gets serious. Once those cold, sugar-rich potatoes are cooked, especially roasted or fried at high heat, those sugars combine with natural amino acids to form acrylamide, a chemical compound that has been linked to cancer in animal studies and is currently under investigation for its effects on humans. It doesn't stop there. The texture of potatoes also changes in the fridge. They become soft, grainy, and often darken in color, a sign of oxidation and nutrient loss. Instead of the nourishing comfort food we all know and love, refrigerated potatoes turn into a sweet, mushy mix that may become toxic when cooked. If you've ever wondered why your roasted potatoes taste oddly sweet or feel off in texture, the fridge could be the reason. Dolores, 73, had no idea. She kept her potatoes in the fridge to stop them from sprouting too fast. One Sunday evening, after dinner, roasted potatoes and chicken, she felt nauseous and dizzy. Her son rushed her to the ER. Tests showed nothing obvious, but when we talked the next day, she mentioned the potatoes had been in the fridge for 2 weeks before cooking. That was the answer. The cold had changed them, and her older body couldn't handle the chemical aftermath. Here's the simple science. Potatoes contain complex starches. Cold temperatures break those starches into simple sugars. When exposed to high heat, those sugars and amino acids like asparagine combine to form acrylamide. In older adults who detoxify more slowly, even small amounts of this compound can quietly cause harm over time. But acrylamide isn't the only danger. Refrigerated potatoes lose their structure, their flavor shifts, and essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C begin to fade. Potassium is especially vital for seniors, supporting heart rhythm, muscle function, and blood pressure. Improper storage turns food into something far less helpful, and sometimes quietly harmful. So here's what I recommend. Never refrigerate raw potatoes. Instead, store them in a cool, dark, dry place like a pantry or cabinet, away from heat and sunlight. Use mesh or paper bags instead of plastic, and keep them away from onions, which release gases that accelerate spoilage. Check for green spots or sprouting, Signs of solanine, another toxin that can cause nausea or neurological issues. If they've already been in the fridge, don't panic. Just don't roast them. Boil them instead, which lowers the risk of acrylamide formation. It's a simple shift, but one that can protect your long-term health in ways you may never see, but will absolutely feel. Number 2. Bread. Bread is comforting, familiar, and found in nearly every kitchen. For many older adults, it's a daily staple. Easy to chew, simple to pair with anything. But storing it in the fridge, as many people do to keep it fresh, might be one of the worst things you can do to it. Here's what happens. Bread is made mostly of starch. When exposed to cold temperatures, even just slightly above freezing, the starch molecules begin to recrystallize. This process, called retrogradation, causes the bread to go stale faster than it would at room temperature. Not over days. This begins almost immediately. So instead of preserving freshness, the fridge actually accelerates dryness. The loaf becomes tough, dry, and crumbly. That soft texture you love in a sandwich? Gone. The toast you like with morning tea? Now hard and lifeless. But the problem doesn't stop at texture. The real danger starts when that dry, cold bread is brought back to room temperature. The surface can gather uneven moisture, and that dampness, especially in an older loaf, becomes a perfect breeding ground for mold. Some molds are harmless, but others, particularly those producing mycotoxins, can be dangerous. These toxins, when ingested regularly, have been linked to immune suppression, gut inflammation, and in some studies, even cancer risks. This is particularly concerning for older adults. The immune system is naturally weaker with age. The gut lining becomes more sensitive. What a younger body might ignore, an older body might absorb and suffer for. I remember Mr. Harris, 68, who came in with recurring digestive discomfort. Nothing severe, just bloating, fatigue, a sense that something was off. His diet seemed simple enough: soups, soft vegetables, and 2 slices of toast each morning. When I asked how he stored his bread, he said proudly, "Always in the fridge. My mother did the same." That small detail changed everything. We swapped it for room temperature storage and introduced freezing for longer-term use. Within 2 weeks, his symptoms faded. He wasn't sick. He was just unknowingly eating moldy bread. So here's what I recommend. Don't store bread in the fridge. If you plan to eat it within 3 to 4 days, keep it at room temperature in a sealed container or a bread box, away from direct sunlight. For longer storage, slice the loaf and freeze it. Frozen bread thaws quickly and safely without altering texture or risking mold. Avoid plastic wrapping directly on the loaf if it's still warm or moist. Condensation leads to mold. Always let bread cool before storing. And if you see mold, don't just cut off the green spot and eat the rest. Unlike hard cheese or firm vegetables, bread is porous. Mold roots can spread deep even if you don't see them. Discard the entire loaf. It might feel wasteful, but your health is worth more than 1 slice of toast. Number 3. Bananas. Bananas are one of the most beloved fruits among older adults. They're soft, easy to digest, rich in potassium, and gentle on the stomach. But while they seem like the perfect fruit to keep on hand, many people make the same mistake, putting them in the refrigerator to make them last longer. It sounds practical, but refrigeration quietly strips bananas of their value, nutritionally and chemically. Bananas are tropical fruits. Their internal enzymes are designed to function in warm environments. When exposed to cold, especially before fully ripening, these enzymes are disrupted. The cold air in your fridge slows or even halts the ripening process entirely. You're left with a banana that looks ripe on the outside but stays hard, bland, and dry on the inside. Even worse, the peel turns an unappetizing gray or black. That discoloration isn't just cosmetic, it's a sign of cold damage. Underneath that skin, the fruit often becomes patchy, mushy, and may even develop an unpleasant metallic flavor. But the biggest concern is what the cold does to the banana's nutrients. Bananas are rich in natural antioxidants like dopamine and catechins, which are especially beneficial for older adults. These compounds help combat oxidative stress, support brain health, and may even protect against certain age-related degenerative diseases. Unfortunately, when bananas are refrigerated, these antioxidants begin to degrade rapidly. What was once a fruit full of life-giving compounds becomes dull, both in taste and in function. I recall Mrs. Lang, 70, who had recently started eating more bananas on the advice of a nutritionist. But after a few weeks, she came to me confused. "I'm still feeling sluggish," she said. "I've been eating bananas every morning, but they taste strange and they don't sit well with me." When I asked how she stored them, her answer was familiar. In the fridge, of course. That single detail unraveled the issue. The bananas, chilled and bruised by cold, had lost much of their nutritional value. They had turned soft in patches, developed off flavors, and triggered mild bloating. We switched her to room temperature storage, and the difference was clear within days. Here's what I recommend. Never refrigerate bananas, especially if they're still green or underripe. Let them ripen naturally at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. Once they're fully ripe and you don't plan to eat them right away, you can freeze them, but only after peeling. Store peeled bananas in an airtight bag or container for later use in smoothies or baking. If your bananas are already overripe and you don't want to waste them, freezing is a great option. But don't be tempted to slow down ripening by tossing them in the fridge. That only halts the process artificially and ruins the texture and taste. And watch out for moisture buildup inside the peel, especially around the stem. Refrigerated, overripe bananas can become a breeding ground for mold, even if the fruit itself looks edible. A banana should feel clean, firm, and naturally sweet. When treated right, it can be one of the most beneficial fruits in your number 4. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are a staple in many homes, bright, juicy, versatile, and loved by nearly everyone. But one of the most common mistakes people make, especially older adults trying to extend shelf life, is placing them in the refrigerator. What seems like a smart move for preserving freshness may actually rob the tomato of everything that makes it beneficial, and even turn it into something harmful to the aging body. Tomatoes are tropical fruits. They are naturally adapted to warmth. When exposed to cold, especially temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, their internal ripening enzymes, particularly those responsible for converting acids into sugars, are disrupted. The ripening process doesn't just slow down, it breaks, leaving the tomato chemically frozen in an incomplete state. What does that mean for you? First, the flavor disappears. That sweet acidic balance that gives a tomato its signature freshness is gone. Second, the texture suffers. The inside becomes mealy and rubbery, while the skin shrivels and toughens. But here's what matters most, especially if you're over 60, nutrient degradation. Tomatoes are rich in vitamin C, lycopene, and beta-carotene, powerful antioxidants that protect against inflammation, support eye and heart health, and help repair damaged cells. Vitamin C is crucial for your immune function, collagen repair, and iron absorption. Lycopene, in particular, has been linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer, macular degeneration, and even arterial plaque buildup. Cold temperatures degrade these compounds. Within days of refrigeration, vitamin C begins to break down. Lycopene production, which typically increases during ripening, stalls or halts entirely. What's left is a tomato that looks fine but offers far less nutritional value, possibly half of what it should. This is especially troubling for seniors. As we age, our bodies naturally become more vulnerable to oxidative stress. Our ability to absorb and use nutrients diminishes. We become more dependent on food, not just for calories, but for cellular protection. When something as basic as a tomato loses its antioxidant load, it quietly fails to support the immune system, the cardiovascular system, and even the brain. Mr. Lee, 75, was a retired engineer who had always taken pride in growing his own food. After an injury, he stopped gardening and began relying on supermarket produce. To make things last, he refrigerated most of it, including tomatoes. Within weeks, he noticed something was off. "They look ripe," he told me, "but they taste like water. And I don't feel the same after eating them. A bit bloated, sluggish." The cold not only stripped his tomatoes of nutrients, it also made them harder to digest. When tomatoes are chilled and then returned to room temperature, they can develop small pockets of fermentation beneath the skin, especially if they're already ripe. For sensitive digestive systems, particularly in older adults, this can trigger bloating, gas, or stomach discomfort. In some cases, the moisture that builds up on the skin during refrigeration can lead to surface mold, especially if the tomato is stored near ethylene-producing fruits like bananas. That mold, even in microscopic traces, can irritate the gut lining or trigger immune responses in more fragile seniors. So here's my recommendation. Never refrigerate tomatoes unless absolutely necessary, and certainly never before they're fully ripe. Store them at room temperature out of direct sunlight, stem side down to prevent moisture loss and bruising. If you have overripe tomatoes you can't use right away, consider cooking them into a sauce or soup. Cooking not only prevents waste, it also helps release more lycopene in a usable form. Tomatoes are more than just a garnish. They are one of the few fruits that, when treated properly, can offer daily defense against chronic illness. But once they've been chilled, their taste is muted, their texture is damaged, and their healing power is weakened precisely when you need it most. Number 5. The hidden danger: when refrigerated garlic becomes a silent threat. Garlic is one of nature's most powerful gifts. For centuries, it has been praised for its ability to fight infections, lower blood pressure, support heart health, and boost the immune system. Many older adults make a point of including it in their daily cooking, not just for flavor, but for its medicinal value. But here's what most people don't realize. Storing garlic in the refrigerator can quietly turn it from a healing superfood into a hidden threat, especially for seniors. Whole garlic bulbs are naturally built for preservation. Their papery skin protects them from moisture, and their chemical structure is remarkably stable, as long as they are kept in the right environment: cool, dry, and well ventilated. The refrigerator, unfortunately, is none of these things. It's cold, humid, and enclosed. And those conditions begin to disrupt everything garlic is supposed to be. When you put a whole garlic bulb in the fridge, the excess moisture and low temperature stimulate premature sprouting. A green shoot appears in the center of the clove, a sign that the garlic's internal chemistry is breaking down. The once potent compound allicin, responsible for garlic's immune-boosting and antimicrobial effects, begins to degrade. The flavor changes too, from sharp and aromatic to bitter and harsh. But that's just the beginning. For seniors, the biggest concern comes when garlic is chopped or minced and then stored in oil, a common shortcut in many kitchens. This mixture, when refrigerated, can become a breeding ground for Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria that causes botulism. Botulism is rare but extremely dangerous. It attacks the nervous system, can cause paralysis, and is potentially fatal if not treated immediately. Older adults are particularly vulnerable because their immune systems are slower to respond, and symptoms may be mistaken for other age-related issues like dizziness, fatigue, or muscle weakness, until it's too late. I remember Mrs. Holloway, 74, who came in complaining of strange symptoms. She felt lightheaded, had trouble keeping food down, and experienced occasional double vision. Her tests were inconclusive. It wasn't until we reviewed her diet that the answer surfaced. "I started keeping a jar of minced garlic in olive oil in the fridge," she said. "It saves me time." That innocent time saver had likely exposed her to botulinum spores, which can multiply in low-oxygen, oil-based environments, especially when stored cold without added acid. We treated her early, and she recovered. But her story is not uncommon. Refrigerating garlic may also lead to fungal growth, especially if the bulbs are not completely dry. The soft, damp environment of the fridge creates the perfect conditions for mold to grow between cloves, something that may not always be visible. Mold spores, even in small amounts, can irritate the respiratory system and digestive tract, both of which become more sensitive with age. Here's what I recommend. Do not refrigerate garlic unless absolutely necessary, and never store it in oil without proper acidification. Instead, keep whole garlic bulbs in a mesh bag, basket, or ceramic garlic keeper in a dry, cool, well-ventilated space. Your pantry or kitchen counter away from direct heat is ideal. Avoid plastic containers or sealed bags which trap moisture. If you do mince garlic ahead of time, store it in a small jar mixed with vinegar or lemon juice, not just oil, and use it within a few days. The acid helps prevent bacterial growth. Better yet, mince it fresh each time. Allicin, the compound responsible for most of garlic's health benefits, forms only when garlic is freshly crushed and degrades quickly after. Garlic should be sharp, clean, and protective. But once it's been chilled and softened by moisture, it loses its bite, and with it, much of its power to heal. For older adults who rely more on natural foods to support immunity, blood pressure, and cholesterol, garlic must be treated as both food and medicine. And like all good medicine, it only works when stored and used the right way. So next time you open your fridge, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, does everything in there really belong in the cold? Sometimes the biggest health mistakes are hiding in plain sight, right behind that cool refrigerator door. A harmless bunch of bananas? They're better off resting on your countertop. Those potatoes? They hate the cold. All they really want is a dark, dry corner to call home. And your morning toast? Trust us, bread stays freshest at room temperature or in the freezer, not turning stale in the fridge. And when it comes to garlic and tomatoes, these are nature's little treasures. Handle them with care, and they'll reward you with flavor, vitality, and strength. But now, let's turn the spotlight on you. Are any of these foods hiding out in your fridge right now? Could you be unknowingly turning cold storage into a silent threat to your health? We'd love to hear what you plan to do differently starting today. Drop a comment below. Share your aha moments, your kitchen victories, or even your food storage mishaps. We're not here to judge, just to grow, learn, and stay healthy together. Thank you for being here with us. If this video opened your eyes, give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple truths that can make a big difference. Until next time, cook smart, stay safe, and take care. Stop eating turmeric with these 3 foods. They could be ruining your health. Turmeric, that bright golden powder sitting quietly on your spice rack, has become one of the most talked about natural remedies for older adults across the United States. Maybe you've already started adding it to your morning smoothies, evening teas, or even a warm bowl of oatmeal. And for good reason. Research shows that turmeric can help reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, support heart health, and even protect your memory as you age. But here's what most people don't realize. If you're over 60 and using turmeric regularly, there are 3 everyday foods you should absolutely avoid combining it with. These aren't rare or exotic ingredients. They're common staples found in nearly every American kitchen. Foods you may be eating right now without realizing that they're quietly blocking turmeric's healing effects. In fact, when turmeric is combined with the wrong foods, curcumin, the active compound responsible for most of turmeric's health benefits, can become difficult to absorb, ineffective, or worse, irritating to your digestive system and inflammatory. That means the turmeric tea, golden milk, or supplements you trust each day to support your joints, memory, or immune system might be doing the exact opposite, depending on what you pair them with. In this video, I'll show you the top 3 foods you should never eat with turmeric, no matter how healthy they may seem. Then I'll share 3 powerful food pairings that dramatically enhance turmeric's effects, helping your body absorb curcumin more effectively, so you can truly feel the difference in your joints, your energy, and your overall well-being. Before we get into the foods that can make turmeric truly come alive in your body, if you care about aging with grace, staying strong, and living with clarity, go ahead and tap subscribe, give this video a like, or share your thoughts below. Your small action could be the reason someone else discovers a path to better health today. There's a reason turmeric has become so popular among older adults. As we age, our bodies begin to speak more subtly. Your joints may feel stiffer in the morning. Your digestion becomes more sensitive. Inflammation lingers longer. Recovery takes more time. And sometimes, your memory doesn't feel quite as sharp as it used to. These are normal signs of aging, not failures, but they shape how we feel each day. That's why more and more people across America are turning to gentle, time-tested remedies, natural solutions rooted in the earth and used for generations, rather than relying solely on synthetic chemicals. And among the most trusted of these remedies is turmeric. You may have heard someone talk about it. Your doctor, a neighbor, maybe even a family member. You've likely seen it in capsule form at the pharmacy, in health drinks at the grocery store, or as golden milk at a local cafe. It's often praised as a super spice, and for good reason. The healing power of turmeric comes from a natural compound called curcumin, which gives turmeric its vibrant yellow color and powerful anti-inflammatory, antioxidant effects. A 2016 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that curcumin significantly reduced joint pain in people with osteoarthritis. With results comparable to ibuprofen, Daly et al., 2016. Many of my older patients have told me they feel more flexible, more mobile, and simply more comfortable after adding turmeric to their daily routine. Less stiffness, more freedom to move. But turmeric's benefits go far beyond joint relief. Curcumin also supports digestive health by calming gut inflammation and improving bile flow. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine showed that curcumin significantly improved IBS symptoms in adults, Lopresti et al., 2010. For older adults dealing with bloating or acid reflux, that's a big relief. It also protects the heart. Chronic inflammation is a silent risk factor for heart disease. In a 2014 trial published in the Nutrition Journal, curcumin was shown to lower inflammatory markers like CRP in adults with metabolic syndrome, Panahi et al., 2014. And perhaps curcumin's most exciting promise lies in cognitive health. A landmark 2018 study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry found that adults over 50 who took curcumin twice daily for 18 months saw a 28% improvement in memory and had significantly less plaque buildup in their brains. Small et al., 2018. But here's the part many people miss. Curcumin only works if your body can absorb it, and that's the hard part. On its own, curcumin has incredibly poor bioavailability. Less than 1% is absorbed into the bloodstream unless it's combined with the right supporting foods, Shoba et al., 1998. That means you could be taking turmeric faithfully every day and still not feel any benefits. Even worse, some foods can actively block curcumin from being absorbed, especially in older adults with sensitive digestion or inflammation-related conditions. That's why before you stir turmeric into your next tea or take your next supplement, it's essential to understand what not to pair it with. Up next, I'll reveal the 3 most common foods found in nearly every American kitchen that you should never combine with turmeric. These combinations can quietly do more harm than good, but once you understand them, you'll be able to take full advantage of turmeric's healing power. 1. Processed dairy products. The sneaky absorption blocker. You might not realize it, but some of the most common foods in your daily routine, like a slice of processed cheese in your breakfast sandwich, a sweet fruit yogurt, or a creamy cup of coffee, could be quietly undoing the benefits of the turmeric you take each day. Many older adults turn to turmeric to reduce inflammation, support joint health, and strengthen their immune system. But if you're combining it with processed dairy, you may be blocking its effects without even knowing it. The issue lies in how processed dairy products interact with curcumin, the powerful active compound in turmeric. Items like American cheese slices, flavored yogurts, powdered creamers, and packaged shredded cheese often contain a long list of additives, artificial flavors, preservatives, added sugars, and dairy proteins like casein. While these ingredients help make the food taste good or last longer on shelves, they can have a very different effect inside your body, especially when taken with turmeric. Scientific studies, including one published in Food Chemistry, Suresh et al., 2010, have shown that casein can bind to curcumin in the digestive system, significantly reducing how much of it your body can absorb. In simpler terms, your morning turmeric might not even make it into your bloodstream if you're washing it down with processed dairy. This becomes especially important as we get older. Aging naturally slows digestion, and many seniors already deal with acid reflux, lactose intolerance, or sensitive stomachs. When your gut is already under stress, throwing in hard-to-digest dairy only makes it more difficult to process nutrients properly. The result? Bloating, discomfort, poor absorption, and wasted effort. Imagine this. You start your day with turmeric capsules or turmeric tea, hoping to ease your joint pain. Then, without thinking, you eat cheesy scrambled eggs or pour sweetened creamer into your coffee. You might think you're making healthy choices, but in reality, those dairy additives are blocking curcumin from doing its job. The inflammation remains, the joint pain persists, and the benefits you were counting on? Gone, before they even had a chance to work. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up your favorite flavors or warm, comforting meals. You just need to make a few smarter swaps. Instead of dairy-based creamers or sweetened yogurts, try unsweetened, plant-based alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. These are much easier on your digestion and won't interfere with curcumin absorption. And if you want to get even more from your turmeric, add a pinch of black pepper or a bit of healthy fat like olive oil. These natural helpers can dramatically boost how well your body absorbs curcumin without the hidden side effects of dairy. 2. Acidic or vinegar-rich foods. A harsh environment for healing. It's easy to assume that anything tangy or full of flavor must be healthy, especially if it's low in calories or made from natural ingredients. But if you're regularly adding turmeric to your routine, there's something important you should know. Certain acidic foods could be quietly clashing with it, creating the wrong internal environment for healing. I'm talking about everyday items like pickles, mustard, ketchup, apple cider vinegar, and even those bottled salad dressings that claim to be light or zesty. They may liven up your meals, but they might also be reducing the very benefits you're counting on from turmeric. The reason lies in curcumin's sensitivity to pH. Curcumin, the powerful compound in turmeric that supports your joints, brain, and immune system, needs a slightly alkaline or balanced environment to remain stable. When exposed to high levels of acid, especially from vinegar-based foods, curcumin can break down rapidly, making it much harder for your body to absorb. A 1997 study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, Wang et al., confirmed that acidic conditions significantly degrade curcumin before it even has a chance to work in your system. This is more than just a chemical reaction. For older adults, it can translate into real health consequences. Many seniors already deal with heartburn, indigestion, or acid reflux, issues that vinegar-rich foods can make worse. So now, not only is curcumin's absorption compromised, but your stomach is also fighting discomfort, inflammation, and stress. You may feel bloated or irritated after a meal, not realizing it's the acidity, not age, that's making digestion more difficult. Consider this. You mix a teaspoon of turmeric into your morning smoothie or golden milk, hoping to ease joint stiffness and reduce inflammation. Later that day, you drizzle store-bought vinaigrette over your lunch salad or enjoy a pickle with your sandwich. It feels like a balanced, health-conscious meal. But inside your body, the acid in that dressing or pickle may already be breaking down the curcumin you consumed just hours before. The healing compounds you were depending on are weakened before they even reach your bloodstream. So what can you do? First, don't panic. You don't have to give up flavor. You just need to time things more mindfully. Try enjoying acidic or vinegar-based foods several hours apart from when you take turmeric. That simple separation can help preserve curcumin's potency. And better yet, start crafting your own dressings at home. A blend of extra virgin olive oil, a splash of fresh lemon juice, and a bit of freshly ground black pepper not only avoids the acidity trap, it actually enhances turmeric absorption. That's because piperine in black pepper and healthy fats in olive oil work together to help curcumin reach your cells more effectively. 3. Sugary cereals and packaged baked goods, the hidden enemy of inflammation. You might be trying to start your day right, maybe with a bowl of cereal, a granola bar, a muffin, or even a turmeric cookie you picked up from the store. But many of these seemingly innocent choices are loaded with added sugars that send your body a very different message than the one turmeric is trying to deliver. While turmeric's role is to calm inflammation, protect your joints, and balance your immune system, sugar does the exact opposite. It fuels inflammation, spikes blood sugar, puts pressure on your digestive system, and disrupts your metabolism. A landmark study published in Nature, Lustig et al., 2012, clearly links high sugar intake to chronic inflammatory diseases, weakened immunity, and metabolic decline, issues that become far more serious as we age. For seniors, the stakes are even higher. Excess sugar can worsen arthritis symptoms, impair memory and cognitive clarity, and increase the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. You may think that turmeric is balancing those risks. But if you're eating it alongside a frosted breakfast cereal or a sugary energy bar, the two are essentially canceling each other out. And what's most frustrating? Some food manufacturers now add turmeric to sugary snacks and label them as anti-inflammatory or golden wellness bites. But inside they're packed with hidden sugars, neutralizing any benefit turmeric might have offered. Let's take a closer look. Imagine starting your morning with a turmeric muffin from a health food store. The label promises healing, energy, and immune support. But just beneath the surface, that muffin contains over 15 grams of refined sugar, more than what's in some candy bars. Your blood sugar spikes, inflammation increases, and any curcumin in the recipe is lost in the metabolic chaos. It's a perfect example of marketing masking the truth. So, what can you do to support turmeric's mission in your body? It begins with choosing foods that align with its natural healing properties. Instead of sugary cereals, reach for a warm bowl of unsweetened oatmeal topped with fresh banana slices and a sprinkle of cinnamon. This combo stabilizes blood sugar while letting turmeric shine. Instead of packaged pastries, try a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter and a pinch of turmeric mixed in. Or blend up a smoothie with blueberries, a touch of raw honey or pure maple syrup, and a dash of turmeric, creating a drink that supports your digestion, memory, and joints without sabotaging the healing process. Your body, especially as it ages, deserves food that works with it, not against it. Turmeric is a powerful tool in your wellness journey, but only when it's given the chance to do its job properly. By keeping refined sugars out of the equation, you allow turmeric to reduce inflammation, support your immune system, and truly protect your long-term health. So the next time you reach for a snack or prepare a meal with turmeric in mind, take a moment to look beyond the label. Ask yourself, is this food helping the turmeric work, or is it secretly working against it? Turn up the power of turmeric with these 3 everyday foods. We've already covered which foods can interfere with turmeric's benefits, so now let's flip the script and talk about what actually makes it work better. Here's the exciting part. You don't need any expensive pills or exotic powders to get more out of turmeric. In fact, 3 common foods, simple, natural, and likely already sitting in your kitchen, can take turmeric's power to the next level. These foods don't just mix well with turmeric. They actively help your body unlock and absorb curcumin, the golden compound behind turmeric's anti-inflammatory and healing properties. Whether you're using turmeric to soothe stiff joints, improve digestion, sharpen your mind, or protect your heart, these powerful combinations can make a real difference in how well it works. So let's take a look at these 3 turmeric-enhancing foods and how you can start using them every day to truly elevate your health. 1. Black pepper. Of all the foods that can enhance turmeric's healing power, black pepper is one of the most important and one of the most overlooked. It's a humble kitchen staple, often sprinkled without thought, yet its impact on turmeric absorption is nothing short of extraordinary. The secret lies in a natural compound called piperine, found in the outer layer of black peppercorns. While turmeric contains curcumin, the powerful anti-inflammatory compound that helps fight joint pain, reduce swelling, and protect the brain, curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed. In fact, a study published in Planta Medica, Shoba et al., 1998, found that when curcumin is taken alone, its bioavailability is extremely low. But when combined with piperine, absorption increased by a staggering 2,000% in humans. That's not a small improvement. It's a transformation. This matters even more as we age. Older adults often experience slower digestion, reduced enzyme activity, and a more delicate gut lining. All of these factors make it harder to absorb the nutrients your body needs. So even if you're faithfully adding turmeric to your meals or taking it as a supplement, it may be doing far less than you think, unless it's paired with the right companion. And that's where black pepper comes in. Piperine not only helps curcumin pass through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream, but it also inhibits certain enzymes in the liver that would otherwise break curcumin down too quickly. In simpler terms, black pepper gives turmeric the time and access it needs to reach your joints, your brain, your immune system, and actually make a difference. The good news? You don't need a lot. Just a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper is enough. Stir it into your turmeric tea. Add it to a warm bowl of soup, golden milk, or scrambled eggs. You won't notice much change in flavor, but your body will notice the difference in bioavailability. One more tip: use freshly ground pepper, not the pre-ground powder that's been sitting in the back of your pantry for years. Piperine degrades over time, and the fresher the grind, the better the effect. And if you take turmeric capsules, Scan the label. Look for piperine or bioperine in the ingredient list. If it's not there, you may not be getting the full benefit of what you're paying for. Black pepper isn't just a flavor enhancer, it's a metabolic key. A simple pinch may be the difference between turmeric that passes through your body unnoticed and turmeric that actually gets to work, reducing inflammation, protecting your memory, and helping you move more freely as you age. 2. Healthy fats. When it comes to getting the most out of turmeric, there's one secret that even many health-conscious people overlook. Your body needs fat to absorb it. Not just any fat, but the kind that nourishes, supports your metabolism, and helps healing compounds like curcumin actually reach the cells where they're needed most. Curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, is fat-soluble. That means it dissolves in fat, not water. Without some form of fat present in your meal, a large portion of the curcumin you consume simply passes through your digestive system without being absorbed. But when turmeric is consumed with healthy fats, such as extra virgin olive oil, avocado, nuts, or plant-based milks like coconut or almond, it binds to those fats and slips more easily into your bloodstream, where it can begin reducing inflammation and supporting your joints, brain, and heart. This isn't just theory. It's backed by real science. A study published in the Molecular Nutrition and Food Research Journal, Gao et al., 2013, showed that co-administering curcumin with dietary lipids significantly increased its uptake and distribution in the body. In fact, in animal models, curcumin delivered with fat reached 7 times higher concentrations in the blood and tissues than curcumin taken alone. That's a profound difference, and one that matters even more for older adults. Why? Because as we age, not only does nutrient absorption slow down, but bile production and fat digestion also become less efficient. That's why the quality and type of fat you consume becomes just as important as the quantity. Processed or saturated fats, like hydrogenated oils, may harm your health and even contribute to inflammation. But healthy fats support your cells, protect your brain, and help carry fat-soluble compounds like curcumin across the intestinal wall. It's surprisingly easy to incorporate this into your routine. Try cooking your turmeric with a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil, blending it into a smoothie with nut butter, or stirring it into a warm cup of unsweetened coconut milk. Even a simple meal, like roasted vegetables with turmeric and avocado oil, becomes a powerful delivery system for anti-inflammatory benefits. This isn't about adding fat for flavor. It's about giving turmeric the support it needs to work. Without healthy fats, curcumin is like a key without a lock. But with them, it becomes an active force, calming inflammation, protecting your joints, and helping your body fight the wear and tear of aging from the inside out. 3. Raw honey. When we talk about foods that enhance the power of turmeric, most people don't think of something sweet. But nature has its own way of pairing healing with comfort, and raw honey is one of the finest examples. More than just a sweetener, raw honey is a medicinal food in its own right, packed with natural enzymes, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds that can work in beautiful harmony with turmeric. What makes raw honey so special? First, it's rich in polyphenols, a group of antioxidants known to reduce oxidative stress and support the immune system. According to a study published in the Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity Journal, Ahmed et al., 2018, raw honey contains over 180 active compounds, including flavonoids and phenolic acids, which can help reduce inflammation, protect cells from aging, and even support cognitive health in older adults. These compounds, when combined with curcumin from turmeric, create a kind of nutritional synergy, working together to calm the body's inflammatory response and support overall wellness from the inside out. But that's not all. Raw honey also contains natural digestive enzymes such as amylase and invertase, which gently assist your gut in breaking down food and absorbing nutrients, something that becomes increasingly important as digestion slows with age. This means turmeric, when consumed with raw honey, doesn't just enter a friendlier digestive environment. It also becomes more likely to be absorbed, circulated, and put to good use throughout the body. This pairing has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. In Ayurvedic practice, a morning spoonful of turmeric mixed with raw honey, often called the golden spoon, is a time-honored ritual believed to awaken the body's natural defenses. And modern science is beginning to catch up with this wisdom. Studies suggest that the anti-inflammatory effects of turmeric may be amplified when paired with antioxidant-rich carriers like raw honey, helping to reduce joint pain, soothe irritated tissues, and support long-term immune resilience. So how can you bring this into your daily life? It's beautifully simple. Try mixing 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric with a teaspoon of raw honey and take it on an empty stomach each morning, a golden spoonful of support to start your day. Or stir the combination into a glass of warm, not hot, water for a soothing tonic that's gentle on the stomach and powerful for the whole body. Just be sure to use raw, unfiltered honey, not the processed kind from a plastic bear bottle. Raw honey retains its enzymes and antioxidants, while pasteurized versions often lose those healing properties during heat treatment. And if you're watching your blood sugar, don't worry. In moderation, raw honey has a lower glycemic impact than refined sugar, and thanks to its unique nutritional profile, it actually helps balance energy levels rather than spiking them. It's not about sweetness for taste. It's about sweetness with purpose. In a world where so much food is processed and stripped of its natural value, raw honey and turmeric together offer something refreshingly ancient. Real nourishment, gently delivered. So if you're committed to using turmeric for your health, don't overlook this golden partner. A simple spoonful may be all it takes to brighten your mornings and strengthen your body from within. I know, navigating health advice these days can feel overwhelming. There's so much information out there. But here's what really matters. You don't have to be perfect. Just intentional. You don't need to change everything all at once. Maybe tomorrow, you add a pinch of turmeric and black pepper to your tea. Next week, you switch from processed creamer to almond milk. Or the next time your joints feel stiff, you try a spoonful of turmeric with raw honey. These small steps add up. They become habits. And over time, those habits shape how you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Because when you take care of your body, you start to feel more in control. You feel calmer, stronger, more like yourself again. And no matter your age, 60, 70, or beyond, you deserve to feel that strength. Aging isn't a decline. It's a chance to live with wisdom, purpose, and care. If this video helped you, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what changes you're making. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take good care of yourself. You're worth it. Seniors. Just one daily habit to restore muscle strength like you're 40 again. The shocking truth about aging muscles. Did you know that by the time you turn 80, you could lose up to half of your muscle strength? It may sound unbelievable, but it's a shocking reality for over 60 million seniors worldwide. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, is quietly stripping away the independence of millions of people. Every year, more than 380,000 older adults end up in the hospital due to falls, many of which are directly caused by muscle weakness. But here's the truth. Muscle loss is not inevitable as we age. While many people in their 70s struggle with basic tasks like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair without assistance, there is a remarkable group of seniors, superagers, who continue to maintain muscle strength and energy comparable to people much younger than them. They keep hiking, playing sports, and live completely independently well into their 90s. So what's their secret? Researchers at the UCSF Aging Research Institute have discovered a series of simple but powerful habits that can slow down or even reverse muscle loss caused by aging. And here's the real shocker. 91% of older adults have never heard of these strategies, despite their potential to dramatically improve your life. Worse still, many healthcare providers still offer outdated advice that directly contradicts the latest science on maintaining muscle strength as we age. Stick with us until the end, because the fifth habit we're about to reveal might be something you're unknowingly mismanaging every single day. And it's a common mistake that triggers genetic pathways, leading to more muscle deterioration. Fixing this habit could determine whether you thrive with independence as you get older or find yourself relying on others. Before we dive in, let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Now, let's begin our journey to healthier, stronger muscles. Habit 1. Hormetic stress. Rebuilding through gentle stressors is increasingly becoming a timeless key to healthy aging, helping individuals aged 65 to 80 restore bodily functions, enhance muscle strength, and naturally extend their lifespan. Unlike harmful types of stress, hormetic stress refers to brief, controlled challenges, such as cold exposure, heat, intermittent fasting, or short bursts of high-intensity activity, that trigger the body's defensive responses, ultimately improving overall health. According to research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging in California, short exposures to these stressors, whether thermal or nutritional, can activate cellular repair processes, boost mitochondrial growth, and stimulate the production of heat shock proteins, which play a vital role in protecting muscle tissue and reducing inflammation inside cells, especially in older adults. For instance, just 30 to 60 seconds of cold showers each morning can stimulate the release of adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscle, and activate brown fat, which helps generate heat and rev up metabolism. Similarly, sauna bathing 3 to 5 times a week has been shown in a Finnish study to reduce age-related muscle loss by up to 40% over more than a decade. In addition, intermittent fasting for 14 to 16 hours per day not only activates autophagy, the body's cellular cleanup mechanism, but also improves mitochondrial function in muscle tissue by up to 10% within just 12 weeks, according to findings from the Salk Institute in the U.S. And it's precisely in that balance between gentle challenge and stimulation that the body, especially after the age of 60, awakens its deepest capacity for self-healing. Short but intense muscle contractions, such as isometric exercises, pushing or pulling against an immovable object for 5 to 10 seconds, are referred to by scientists as a natural longevity gene therapy. A study from McMaster University in Canada found that just 4 short sets of isometric holds per day over the course of 3 weeks can activate the FOXO3 and SIRT1 genes, which are key regulators in preserving muscle mass, improving antioxidant capacity, and slowing the degeneration of skeletal muscle. Many older adults shy away from intense movement. But the truth is, hormetic stress doesn't require heavy lifting or long durations. What matters is brief intensity, applied strategically with adequate recovery. For example, you can start by contracting your thigh muscles for 6 seconds when standing up from a chair, or holding a static wall push for 10 seconds. These seemingly small actions send strong signals to your muscle cells, urging them to maintain their size, strength, and function. When practiced correctly, these types of hormetic stressors don't just resist aging, they actually train your genes to respond more intelligently to internal damage. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Just a few minutes of intentional effort each day can open a new door to vibrant health and lasting resilience, even well into your 80s or 90s. Habit 2. Protein timing and the anabolic timing. Your protein intake may seem like a small detail, but for older adults, it can make the difference between muscle loss and muscle gain. As we age, our bodies naturally face a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, a reduced ability to build muscle in response to protein intake. This doesn't mean seniors can't gain strength. It simply means the timing, quality, and consistency of protein consumption become far more critical than ever before. One of the most important steps in muscle preservation for older adults is the anabolic window, the short period after exercise or during the early part of the day when your muscles are most responsive to protein. According to a Texas A&M University study, when seniors consumed at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 60 minutes after exercise or in the morning, their bodies showed significantly higher muscle protein synthesis rates compared to when protein was delayed or spread too thin throughout the day. But science is only half the story. Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother from Austin, Texas, had never touched a dumbbell in her life. After a fall that fractured her wrist, her doctor didn't prescribe her more calcium or supplements. He prescribed meal timing. By simply adjusting her daily eating schedule, starting her day with a protein-rich breakfast of eggs and Greek yogurt and consuming another 25 to 30 grams of protein within an hour of her afternoon walk, Margaret saw her energy return, her balance improve, and most surprisingly, her strength grow. Within 3 months, she could lift her groceries without help and walk upstairs without holding the rail. What makes this habit so powerful isn't just the science, it's the simplicity and accessibility. No gym membership required, no fancy shakes or supplements, just real food at the right time. Eggs, lentils, tofu, chicken breast, cottage cheese, foods that are already in your kitchen can become your most powerful medicine when taken at the right moment. So what can you do starting today? Begin your day with protein. Instead of skipping breakfast or having just toast, aim for 20 to 30 grams of complete protein as your first meal. And if you take an afternoon walk or do light housework, follow it up with a second protein-rich meal. Even simple movements, when paired with smart nutrition, can flip the switch on your body's anabolic response. Habit 3. The vitamin D connection. Sunlight and strength. Morning sunlight isn't just the start of a new day. For older adults, it's a quiet key to unlocking strength. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, plays a critical role in maintaining muscle strength, cellular energy, and mobility, especially after the age of 60. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight, leading to what doctors call a silent deficiency that directly affects our quality of life. A study from the University of Birmingham found that vitamin D helps activate specific genes responsible for muscle cell growth and mitochondrial energy production, the exact systems we rely on for endurance, coordination, and independence. Yet more than 70% of older adults in North America are vitamin D deficient, meaning their muscles are less responsive to movement and nutrition, even with a healthy diet. But vitamin D doesn't work alone. It needs a partner. Vitamin K2, which helps guide calcium into the right places, your bones and muscle fibers, while preventing it from accumulating in soft tissue or blood vessels. Without K2, even well-meaning vitamin D supplementation may fall short. Joan, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Oregon, struggled for nearly 2 years with unexplained muscle fatigue, joint stiffness, and chronic exhaustion. She walked every day, ate well, and still felt like her legs were made of lead. Everything changed when a blood test revealed her vitamin D levels were dangerously low. For the next 10 weeks, Joan committed to 15 minutes of morning sun exposure, plus a daily supplement of 2,000 IU vitamin D3 and a small dose of K2. It was like my body finally remembered how to move again, she said. Her aches faded, her energy returned, and for the first time in years, she climbed the stairs without using the rail. What's remarkable is how simple this habit can be. No expensive treatments, no special equipment. Just a moment of sunshine, a little nutritional awareness, and the courage to try something natural. It's a gentle, biological awakening that's available to anyone. So how do you begin? Step outside between 7 and 9 a.m. and let the morning light touch your skin. Just 15 to 20 minutes can be enough. If you live in a cloudy climate, or if you have darker skin that produces less vitamin D from sunlight, talk to your doctor about adding vitamin D3 and K2 to your routine. Pair this with light movement, walking, stretching, or gardening to help your muscles respond to the hormonal support. Your body was designed to heal, to grow, to stay strong, but only if you give it the signals it needs. With just a little sunlight, the right nutrients, and gentle movement, you can awaken strength, vitality, and resilience at any age. Habit 4. Inflammaging, the hidden threat that destroys muscles. As we age, there's a silent threat that slowly builds up inside us, chronic low-grade inflammation, or inflammaging. While inflammation is a natural defense mechanism meant to protect us from injury or infection, as we get older, it can become a persistent low-level process that never truly shuts off. This chronic inflammation not only contributes to joint pain, fatigue, and heart disease, but it also plays a significant role in the loss of muscle mass, which is crucial for maintaining strength and independence as we age. The mechanism behind this silent threat begins in the gut. Recent research from University of California shows that changes in gut bacteria related to aging directly influence systemic inflammation. An unhealthy gut can send signals of inflammation throughout the body, which in turn impairs muscle repair and slows down recovery after exercise. This means that muscle cells break down faster than they can rebuild, making muscle loss inevitable unless action is taken. At the same time, Poor sleep exacerbates inflammation. Lack of sleep can cause inflammatory cells to increase by up to 40%, directly contributing to the breakdown of muscle tissue. But the good news is, inflammation can be controlled, and by following the right strategies, we can reduce its harmful effects on our muscles and overall health. Meet the Smith family from Portland, Oregon. After years of seeing their mother, Grace, struggle with chronic fatigue and muscle weakness, the family decided to make a change. Grace, 70 years old, had been suffering from inflammation-related conditions like joint pain and severe muscle loss. Her doctor's advice was simple: combat inflammation with targeted nutrition and better sleep habits. Grace's children helped her overhaul her diet by removing processed sugars and adding anti-inflammatory foods. They began to introduce more omega-3 rich foods like fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, while adding curcumin from turmeric and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. Additionally, they focused on gut health by adding fermented foods such as yogurt, kimchi, and kefir. They also made sleep a priority, ensuring Grace got 7-8 hours of undisturbed sleep each night in a completely dark, quiet room. In just 3 months, Grace noticed a dramatic improvement. Her joint pain decreased, her muscle strength returned, and she felt more energized. She could walk without pain, lift groceries, and even play with her grandchildren without feeling exhausted. What changed wasn't just the food, but a holistic approach to lifestyle, focusing on diet, sleep, and stress management. How can you apply this to your own life? Start by focusing on anti-inflammatory foods. Incorporate fatty fish like salmon, olive oil, berries, and green tea into your meals. Support your gut health with fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut, and aim for 7 to 8 hours of good sleep every night. It's also essential to monitor your inflammation levels through simple blood tests like high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, hsCRP. Research has shown that those with lower levels of hsCRP, below 1.0 milligrams per ml, tend to have lower inflammation and greater muscle preservation compared to the average older adult, who may have levels that are 3 to 5 times higher. Habit 5. Nutrients. Why magnesium, B12, zinc, selenium, and creatine matter more with age. Magnesium, B12, zinc, selenium, and creatine are not just important, they're essential. These nutrients play specific roles in muscle function, energy production, and overall health, and their impact becomes even more significant as we get older. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including muscle contraction, nerve function, and energy production. As we age, magnesium levels naturally decline, which can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and even bone weakness. Supplementing with magnesium can help improve muscle function and promote relaxation. Vitamin B12 is crucial for the production of red blood cells and maintaining a healthy nervous system. As we age, the body's ability to absorb B12 decreases, leading to fatigue, weakness, and memory issues. Low B12 levels have also been linked to muscle wasting, making it even more important to get enough of this vital nutrient. Zinc is essential for immune function and protein synthesis, and it plays a significant role in muscle repair. Older adults are more likely to have low zinc levels, which can affect muscle recovery and slow down the body's ability to maintain muscle mass. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle cells from oxidative damage. As we age, selenium levels can drop, increasing the risk of muscle degeneration. Maintaining healthy selenium levels is vital for muscle preservation and immune health. Finally, creatine is often associated with athletes, but its benefits extend far beyond the gym. Creatine helps with energy production in muscles and has been shown to improve muscle strength and cognitive function in older adults. Supplementing with creatine can help maintain muscle mass and boost energy levels. Dr. Thompson, a renowned longevity expert, often advises his patients, especially those over 60, to pay closer attention to these nutrients. He believes they are the key to maintaining independence and vitality as we age. The body requires more support in the later years, especially for muscle health. When these nutrients are balanced, your body functions better, both physically and mentally, Dr. Thompson explains. Now, let's look at the story of Rosa, a 74-year-old grandmother from Arizona, who took these nutrients seriously and saw a remarkable transformation. Rosa had been struggling with muscle weakness and chronic fatigue for years, relying on her children for daily tasks like grocery shopping and cleaning. It was only when a doctor recommended she add magnesium, B12, zinc, and creatine to her diet that she decided to make a change. She started by adding magnesium-rich foods like spinach and almonds to her meals and took a B12 supplement daily. Rosa also included zinc-rich foods such as pumpkin seeds and selenium-rich foods like Brazil nuts. For an extra boost, she started taking creatine in the form of a supplement, as recommended by her doctor. 3 months later, Rosa's energy levels skyrocketed. She could do her own grocery shopping, clean the house, and even garden without feeling exhausted. Her muscle strength improved, and she felt more mentally sharp than she had in years. What amazed her the most was how these small changes in her nutrition gave her the independence she had lost and the confidence to live life fully. So how can you benefit from these vital nutrients? Start by incorporating magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds into your diet. Get enough B12 by eating fortified cereals, eggs, and dairy, or consider supplementation if needed. Add zinc-rich foods like meat, shellfish, and legumes, and include selenium-rich foods like Brazil nuts or tuna. Don't forget creatine, which can be taken as a supplement or found in animal products like red meat and fish. Conclusion: aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means embracing the right habits to sustain your health, vitality, and independence. By focusing on key factors like timing your protein intake, ensuring optimal vitamin D levels, incorporating anti-inflammatory foods, and prioritizing essential nutrients such as magnesium, B12, and creatine, you can keep your muscles strong, your energy high, and your body recovering like never before. These simple yet powerful habits are the stepping stones to reclaiming control over your health and happiness. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about starting with small, consistent actions today that will pave the way for a future filled with strength, vitality, and independence. No matter your age, you have the power to shape your future. Begin with one small habit, and as you progress, add more to your routine. The choices you make today will define the life you lead tomorrow, one that's full of energy, resilience, and the freedom to live independently. So, what are you waiting for? Start today, and let's take this journey of empowerment together. Share with us which habit you're excited to start with, and don't forget to let us know if you know any inspiring individuals in their 70s or 80s who are defying aging. We'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Thank you for joining us. And remember, every step you take today is a step toward a healthier, stronger you. 10 shocking oatmeal mistakes you're making every morning without realizing. Did you know that the breakfast you eat every day, your beloved oatmeal, could actually be harming your health without you even realizing it? Pause for a moment and think about this. Every morning, you start your day with a bowl of oatmeal, believing it's the perfect choice for a healthy heart. Right? But what if I told you that the way you're eating oatmeal could be causing you to miss out on its amazing benefits? You might be surprised to learn that seemingly harmless habits when cooking or eating oatmeal could actually diminish its nutritional value and could even be harming your health. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, am I cooking oatmeal the right way? Are the foods I'm combining with it truly good for my health? In this video, Senior Wellness will explore 10 common mistakes that most people make when eating oatmeal and show you how to fix them immediately so you can make the most out of this amazing superfood. You'll be amazed at some of the fantastic benefits of oatmeal that most people don't even know about. But before we dive into those mistakes, I've got a question for you. Do you know why oatmeal is called the superfood for all ages? Some of its health benefits might surprise you in ways you never expected. If this is your first time visiting Senior Wellness, welcome to our healthy living community. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any upcoming videos on nutrition and health for older adults. I'm sure you've heard of the benefits of oatmeal, but are you really making the most of its benefits? If you've tried it and seen results, share with us a surprising benefit oatmeal has brought to your health. If not, leave any questions you have about starting oatmeal or any health concerns below. We'll help you explore it all. Oatmeal is not just a nutritious breakfast, but also a powerful ally in maintaining heart health. With its ability to lower bad cholesterol and improve blood circulation, it is truly a reliable companion for a strong and healthy heart. 1. Lowering bad cholesterol, the first step in protecting your heart. One of the greatest benefits of oatmeal for heart health is its ability to lower LDL cholesterol, commonly known as bad cholesterol. If you've heard about the dangers of high cholesterol, you understand that it is a major contributor to plaque buildup in the arteries, leading to dangerous cardiovascular conditions such as atherosclerosis, stroke, or even heart attacks. So how does oatmeal help reduce cholesterol? This is thanks to a special fiber found in oats called beta-glucan. This fiber acts as a cleanser in the digestive system. It binds with cholesterol in the intestines and helps eliminate it from the body, rather than allowing it to enter the bloodstream and increase bad cholesterol levels. By regularly consuming oatmeal, you're significantly reducing the risk of heart-related diseases, especially those caused by plaque buildup in the arteries. Number 2, stabilizes blood sugar levels. Oatmeal is not just a nutritious breakfast, but also a superfood that helps protect heart health and supports digestion. Specifically, oatmeal is an excellent source of soluble fiber, with beta-glucan being the standout ingredient that offers numerous health benefits. When beta-glucan enters the digestive system, it forms a gel-like substance that helps reduce the absorption of bad cholesterol, LDL, into the bloodstream. This helps lower the risk of cardiovascular diseases, making oatmeal an ideal choice for those looking to improve heart health, especially for older adults. Beta-glucan not only helps reduce cholesterol, but also helps stabilize blood sugar levels. For those over 60, managing blood sugar levels becomes more crucial than ever. Oatmeal helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, preventing sudden drops in energy, and ensures that your body stays energized throughout the day without feeling fatigued. If you're dealing with diabetes or want to control your weight, oatmeal is an excellent choice. Not only does beta-glucan help lower cholesterol and stabilize blood sugar, but it also improves digestion. This fiber nourishes beneficial bacteria in the gut, helping maintain a healthy gut microbiome. A healthy digestive system will not only enhance nutrient absorption, but also support heart health, regulate blood sugar levels, and improve digestive function. Therefore, incorporating oatmeal into your daily diet is a simple yet highly effective way to protect heart health, stabilize blood sugar levels, and support digestion. Especially for older adults, maintaining a healthy diet that includes oatmeal can help you live a healthier life and enjoy your later years. Your body will always thank you for these small yet impactful changes. 3. Supports digestion. Oatmeal is a powerful food, especially for seniors, not just because it fuels the body with essential nutrients, but also because it supports digestion. One of its greatest benefits is its high fiber content, particularly beta-glucan, which helps regulate the digestive system. This fiber forms a gel-like substance in the gut, which aids in the smooth movement of food through the intestines, preventing constipation, a common concern for older adults. The soluble fiber in oatmeal also nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, promoting a healthy microbiome. A healthy gut means better nutrient absorption, less bloating, and improved overall digestive health. By adding oatmeal to your daily routine, you're giving your digestive system a helping hand, ensuring better digestion and absorption of nutrients, which is crucial for maintaining energy and overall well-being as you age. In addition to its digestive benefits, oatmeal provides magnesium, iron, and zinc, which also support your immune system, muscle function, and heart health. It's a perfect, balanced choice to start the day, helping with digestion while providing necessary vitamins and minerals to keep you feeling healthy and energized. 4. Boosts immune system. Oatmeal is truly a powerhouse when it comes to boosting overall health, especially for older adults looking to strengthen their immune system. It's not just about starting your day with a healthy breakfast. Oatmeal is packed with essential nutrients that support a strong immune system. One of the key nutrients is zinc, which plays a crucial role in boosting immune function. Zinc helps your body fight off infections, and as we age, our immune system naturally weakens, making this mineral even more important. In addition to zinc, oatmeal provides a high amount of magnesium, which is essential for muscle function and nerve health. It helps keep your body strong and active, reducing the risk of fatigue or muscle cramps that can become more common as we age. Oatmeal also contains iron, which is necessary for transporting oxygen throughout your body, ensuring your organs and tissues function efficiently. Even more impressive, oatmeal contains B vitamins, which are essential for energy production, and they also help maintain healthy skin, hair, and nails. This nutrient combination makes oatmeal a powerful food that not only supports your immune system, but also gives you lasting energy and promotes overall vitality. What's even better is that oatmeal is naturally low in calories, making it a nutrient-dense meal that won't overload your body with unnecessary energy. Whether you're looking to start your day with a nutritious meal or simply want to support your immune system, oatmeal offers the perfect balance of vitamins and minerals to keep you healthy and energized. 5. Helps manage weight. Oatmeal is a powerful ally in managing weight, especially for seniors who want to maintain a healthy and balanced lifestyle. With its high fiber content, particularly beta-glucan, oatmeal helps control hunger by slowing down digestion. This fiber creates a sense of fullness, reducing the likelihood of overeating or reaching for unhealthy snacks. For those trying to manage their weight, this is a game changer. It helps you feel satisfied longer, keeping cravings at bay. What makes oatmeal even more effective for weight management is its ability to release energy gradually. Unlike foods with a high glycemic index, oatmeal provides a steady stream of energy throughout the day, without causing the spikes and crashes in blood sugar that often lead to sudden hunger pangs. This steady energy supply helps control appetite and keeps you feeling full, making it easier to manage calorie intake in a healthy way. Whether you're aiming to lose weight or maintain your current weight, oatmeal supports your goals by keeping you full and energized. It's a simple, effective addition to any balanced diet. 6. Asthma support in children. Introducing oatmeal into a child's diet early on can play a significant role in reducing the risk of asthma. Research shows that the nutrients and fiber in oatmeal can help strengthen the immune system while reducing inflammation in the airways, which are two key factors in preventing asthma. This is particularly important for young children, as asthma symptoms often begin with wheezing and respiratory inflammation. Oatmeal, being a whole grain, also supports lung function, helping to prevent wheezing, a common early sign of asthma. Additionally, it is a gentle and easy-to-digest food, making it an ideal option for young children transitioning from milk to solid foods. By adding oatmeal to a child's diet, you're providing them with a nutrient-rich, natural food that supports overall respiratory health. While oatmeal can't entirely eliminate the risk of asthma, it offers a simple and effective way to give children a healthier start in life, contributing to better immune function and respiratory health. It's a small but powerful change that can make a big difference in the long run. 7. Fights skin aging and reduces acne. Oatmeal is not only great for internal health, but it also serves as a natural ally for your skin. You've probably heard about using oatmeal to soothe irritated skin. This is due to compounds like avenanthramides and saponins, which have anti-inflammatory and cleansing properties. These compounds help calm conditions like eczema, rashes, and dry skin by reducing redness and irritation. But the benefits of oatmeal don't stop at topical use. Consuming oatmeal regularly can help improve your skin from the inside out. The antioxidants and nutrients in oatmeal, such as zinc and B vitamins, play a vital role in skin recovery, inflammation reduction, and nourishment, promoting a glowing, healthy complexion. Additionally, the fiber in oatmeal helps regulate blood sugar levels, which can reduce acne outbreaks caused by hormonal imbalances. Whether applied topically or eaten as part of your diet, oatmeal is a natural and effective way to nourish and protect your skin, keeping it healthy, fresh, and radiant. I find it remarkable that oatmeal, as a daily part of your diet, can serve as both a protective shield and a rejuvenating force for your skin. 10 mistakes when eating oatmeal and unexpected consequences. You wouldn't think something as innocent as a bowl of oatmeal could cause harm. After all, it's whole grain, unprocessed, and has a reputation that shines across every nutrition blog and doctor's office. But here's what no one tells you. Oatmeal only works when you do it right. When it's done wrong, day after day, it not only loses its benefits, but can actively undermine your health, especially if you're over 60. And it all starts with a few simple mistakes most people don't even know they're making. The first, and perhaps most common mistake? Adding too much sugar. A sprinkle of brown sugar here, a drizzle of maple syrup there, maybe a handful of dried fruit and sweetened almond milk. Before you know it, your healthy bowl just turned into a metabolic trap. A high glycemic spike in the morning leads to an insulin crash by mid-morning. You feel tired, cranky, hungry again. And over time, it adds up to fat around your belly, insulin resistance, and inflammation throughout your body. For seniors, this is especially dangerous, increasing your risk for diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Mistake number 2, relying on flavored instant oatmeal packets. Yes, they're convenient, but convenience comes at a cost. These packets often contain artificial flavors, colors, thickeners, and added sugars, sometimes up to 15 grams per serving. What you think is a healthy choice becomes little more than a processed food masquerading in a wholesome wrapper. I once had a patient who was proud of his morning habit. "Doctor," he said, "I eat oatmeal every day." But when I asked what kind, he pulled out a packet labeled apple cinnamon with brown sugar. It had more additives than a candy bar. Mistake number 3, not adding protein. Oatmeal alone contains very little of it. Just 5 grams or less per serving, and it's incomplete. When you skip protein, your body doesn't get the signal to maintain or rebuild muscle. And for older adults, that's a disaster. Without adequate protein, your body continues to break down muscle tissue, accelerating sarcopenia. You feel full for an hour, but then hunger creeps in, and your body never gets what it truly needs to stay strong. Mistake 4, overeating. Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But healthy doesn't mean unlimited. Oatmeal expands when cooked, and it's easy to overserve, especially if you're adding calorie-dense toppings like nut butter, dried fruits, or sweetened milk. I once had a client who said, "But it's just oatmeal." Yet her morning bowl packed over 600 calories, more than a full lunch. Over time, it led to weight gain and even digestive issues. The fiber was too much at once, causing bloating and discomfort. Then there's mistake 5, not soaking oats overnight. You may not realize it, but oats, like most grains, contain phytic acid, a compound that binds to important minerals like iron, calcium, and zinc, preventing your body from absorbing them. For older adults who already struggle with nutrient absorption, this is serious. Simply soaking your oats in water, milk, or yogurt for 6 to 8 hours can dramatically improve digestibility and increase nutrient bioavailability. Your gut and your bones will thank you. Mistake 6, eating undercooked oats. Some people like their oats chewy and al dente, but undercooked oats retain more phytic acid and are harder to digest. They can cause bloating, gas, and irritation in an older digestive system. I once had a patient who thought she was gluten sensitive, but it turned out she just wasn't cooking her oats long enough. Once she switched to thoroughly cooked oatmeal, her symptoms vanished. On the opposite end is mistake 7, Overcooking oats. Yes, even this can backfire. When oats are cooked too long or with too much liquid, they turn into a mushy paste. This affects texture, satiety, and even glycemic response. Overcooked oats digest faster, leading to quicker blood sugar spikes and shorter satiety windows. Aim for a texture that's soft but still has structure. Your taste buds and your metabolism will both benefit. Mistake 8. Using milk as the cooking liquid. It may sound surprising, but cooking oats directly in dairy milk often creates an overly thick, gluey texture that's less palatable and harder to digest. That's because the proteins in milk react with the starch in oats when heated. A better option? Cook your oats with water, then stir in milk, dairy or plant-based after cooking. The result is creamier, more digestible, and better for nutrient absorption. Mistake 9. Skipping salt. This seems small, but it matters. Without a pinch of salt, oats can taste flat and bland, even if you load on toppings. Just a tiny amount of salt, added during cooking, enhances the natural nuttiness of oats and makes the dish more satisfying. And don't worry, a pinch won't affect your blood pressure. In fact, feeling satisfied with your food helps reduce cravings for unhealthy snacks later in the day. And finally, mistake 10, relying on oatmeal as your only breakfast every single day. While oats are nutritious, they don't provide everything your body needs, especially if you're not rotating your proteins, fats, and fiber sources. A lack of variety can lead to nutrient deficiencies over time. I've seen patients with brittle nails, thinning hair, and even dizziness, all from nutrient gaps in what they believed was a perfect diet. Oats are a tool, not the whole toolbox. Each of these mistakes on its own may not seem like much, but together, day after day, they quietly erode your strength, your digestion, your energy, and your independence. And the saddest part? Most people don't even realize they're doing anything wrong, because oatmeal has been marketed as the ultimate health food. But even the healthiest food, if misunderstood, can let you down. I remember one couple, Linda and Howard, both in their late 60s. Every morning, they had oatmeal together. But Linda added Greek yogurt, eggs, and seeds. Howard just had oats and honey. 5 years later, Linda was still doing yoga. Howard was using a walker. The difference? Protein. Balance. Intention. So if you've been eating oatmeal the same way for years, don't worry, you're not alone, and it's not too late to change. Because knowledge is power, and muscle is your independence. Eating the right way, rebuilding muscles from a simple breakfast. Let's be clear, oatmeal isn't the enemy, it never was. It's a beautiful, wholesome food when used as a foundation, not the entire structure. The problem isn't oats, the problem is what they're missing. And for seniors, that missing piece can mean the difference between independence and frailty, between standing tall and falling hard. But here's the good news. The fix is simple. It doesn't require fancy supplements. You don't have to give up your beloved bowl of oats. All you have to do is build around it, like framing a picture, adding strength, color, and balance to make it whole. Let's start with the most powerful addition: eggs. One large egg contains about 6 grams of complete protein and is rich in leucine, an amino acid crucial for triggering muscle protein synthesis. This means it helps your body not just maintain, but actually build new muscle, especially in the morning when your system is primed for nutrient absorption. Scrambled, boiled, poached, it doesn't matter. Just one egg next to your oatmeal can change your morning from filling to fortifying. Then there's Greek yogurt, a creamy powerhouse of protein and probiotics. A half-cup serving can deliver 10 to 15 grams of protein. Add it as a topping to your oats with a few fresh berries, and suddenly, your breakfast becomes a meal your muscles will celebrate. Plus, the probiotics support gut health, which improves nutrient absorption and immune function. 2 things older adults need more than ever. Don't forget seeds and nuts. Pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, almonds. They all offer protein, healthy fats, and minerals like magnesium and zinc. But portion matters. A tablespoon or two is plenty. More than that, and your healthy bowl becomes a calorie overload. Use them smartly, to complement, not overwhelm. And for those who avoid animal products, you're not left out. Plant-based proteins like hemp hearts, soy milk, or a scoop of unsweetened pea protein powder can all be added to oatmeal. I once worked with a 72-year-old woman named Carla who was vegan and losing strength fast. She had oatmeal every morning, but nothing else. When we added soy milk and a sprinkle of hemp seeds, her energy began to return. In just 1 month, she told me, I feel like my body finally woke up. Now let's talk about flavor. Because healthy shouldn't mean boring. Add bananas for potassium, blueberries for antioxidants, cinnamon for blood sugar control, a spoon of nut butter for satiety. And yes, if you love sweetness, try dates or fresh apples instead of sugar. You don't need to give up joy in order to gain strength. In fact, joy and strength often walk hand in hand. But here's where the real magic happens: consistency. Eating one balanced breakfast won't change much, but doing it every day intentionally with awareness. That's how bodies change. That's how strength returns. I've seen it happen too many times to count. One story I'll never forget: Mr. Thomason, 80 years old, widowed, quiet, and proud. He lived alone, cooked for himself, walked to the store every Saturday. But over a year, his legs weakened. He stopped walking as far. He used his hands to push off the chair. He told me he had oatmeal every day for breakfast, just oats, cinnamon, and honey. Nothing else. We added 2 things, an egg and half a cup of yogurt. That's it. 8 weeks later, he looked taller in his chair. He said, I can carry both grocery bags again. I didn't even realize I'd stopped. Because that's the thing with muscle loss. It creeps in quietly, and recovery doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be intentional, balanced, nourishing, and oatmeal when paired with protein and micronutrients becomes the anchor of your comeback. So tomorrow morning, when you pour those oats into the bowl, think of it not as a finished meal, but a foundation. Then build. Add life, add strength, add longevity, and with every bite, know that you are choosing not just to eat, but to reclaim the health you deserve. Breakfast, no longer a light meal. It's a decision for the rest of your life. We've talked about oats, about protein, about mistakes and solutions. But let's be honest, this conversation isn't just about breakfast. It's about how we choose to age. About the decisions we make every single day that either carry us forward or quietly pull us down. You see, most people think aging is about slowing down, about giving things up. Giving up movement, giving up strength, giving up dreams. But that's a lie the world tells you when it doesn't know your story. The truth is this: aging is not a loss, it's a shift, a new chapter. And if you feed your body with care, if you learn what it needs, if you stop doing what drains it and start doing what restores it, you don't fade, you rise. And it starts, of all places, with something as humble as your morning meal. A bowl of oats may seem like a small thing. It's soft, gentle, familiar. But what you choose to add to that bowl, what you choose to believe about your body, those are acts of defiance against decline. That's power, that's presence. That's saying, I'm still here, and I choose to live strong. Because every bite you take is either building your future or letting it slip away. I want you to think about that tomorrow morning. When you're standing in your kitchen, when you pour the oats, add the water, stir the pot. Ask yourself, am I eating to stay full or eating to stay strong? Am I giving my body what it truly needs, or what's easy, what's routine, what's familiar? It's never too late to change. I've seen 90-year-olds regain strength. I've seen grandparents who were told they'd never walk without help climb stairs again. I've seen energy come back, balance return, joy reignite. All from starting with one thing: intention. So what if today is the first day you choose to nourish yourself like you matter? Because you do. Your strength matters, your story matters, your years ahead matter. And the beauty is, you don't need to climb a mountain or join a gym to begin. You just need to honor the moment you wake up, to give your body something real, something rebuilding, something that says, let's keep going. So take your oats, add your protein, stir in your hope, and with every bite, remind yourself you are not fading. You are fortified. You are not done. You are still building. And breakfast is where it begins. Now it's your turn. Have you been making any of these mistakes when eating oatmeal, or do you have your own secret to the perfect bowl? Imagine, what if a simple tweak could unlock all the hidden benefits you've been missing out on for years? It's time to discover the full potential of oatmeal and take your health to the next level. Share your thoughts and tips in the comments below. Let's learn and grow healthier together, step by step. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Senior Wellness is here as your go-to source for science-backed nutrition tips and health advice to elevate your everyday life. Ready to upgrade your eating habits? Check out the recommended videos below, and we'll see you in the next episode of Senior Wellness. Just eat these every day, and you will live to 105. What if living to 100 was easier than you think? No strict diets, no expensive medication, no grueling workouts, just a few simple foods repeated daily, and a way of life that anyone at any age can follow. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest practicing physician, lived to 105 and was still seeing patients at 100. Before he passed, he revealed his secret: light meals, daily routines, and joy in small, everyday moments. In the US, the average life expectancy is 76. In Okinawa, Japan, it's 84, and many residents live past 100, staying active, gardening, cooking, and walking well into old age. Their secret? It's not advanced medicine. It's what they eat and how they live. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful principles Dr. Hinohara followed, and at the end, we'll share his actual daily diet, simple and backed by science. Which habit speaks to you most? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to Senior Wellness for real, practical tips on aging well and living fully after 60. Tap the bell for updates, and share this with someone you care about, because it's never too late to feel your best. 1. The power of leafy greens, a vital foundation for longevity. These nutrient-dense vegetables like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber that promote longevity, especially for older adults. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest practicing doctor, lived to 105 and included leafy greens in his daily meals. They are rich in vitamin A, which supports vision and immune function, vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that protects against oxidative stress, and vitamin K, which helps with bone health and blood clotting. As we age, these vitamins help protect vital organs and reduce the risk of conditions like osteoporosis and age-related macular degeneration. Leafy greens also offer essential phytonutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect the eyes from damage, a common concern in aging adults. These nutrients can reduce the risk of eye diseases like age-related macular degeneration, keeping vision sharp as you grow older. But the benefits don't stop at vitamins. Leafy greens are an excellent source of fiber, which is crucial for digestive health. As we age, digestion often slows, leading to discomfort and bloating. Fiber helps prevent constipation, aids in regular bowel movements, and regulates blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Fiber also lowers cholesterol, contributing to better cardiovascular health. Take Helen, for example. At 68, she struggled with sluggish digestion and low energy. After she began incorporating more leafy greens like kale and spinach, she noticed improved digestion, more energy, and less bloating. The beauty of leafy greens is that they nourish your body without adding excess calories, helping you maintain a healthy weight and feel better overall. In addition to aiding digestion and stabilizing blood sugar, leafy greens help fight chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. Their high fiber content helps lower cholesterol, while their anti-inflammatory properties reduce the risk of conditions related to aging, such as arthritis, and Alzheimer's disease. For older adults, leafy greens are an easy and affordable way to protect health. By including them regularly in meals, you can enhance digestive function, heart health, bone strength, and immune defense. Dr. Hinohara's lifelong commitment to eating these greens shows how small, consistent changes in diet can lead to a long, vibrant life. Start with adding a handful of leafy greens to your daily meals. Whether in salads, soups, smoothies, or sautéed dishes, the benefits are immense. Leafy greens are simple to prepare and offer powerful health benefits, making them a cornerstone of a longevity-focused diet. 2. Fermented foods. Fermented foods such as miso, kimchi, tempeh, and sauerkraut are rich in probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help maintain a balanced gut microbiome. As we age, this balance becomes more fragile. The diversity and strength of good bacteria in our gut decline, leading to common issues like bloating, constipation, poor nutrient absorption, and a weaker immune response. Fermented foods work to restore and support that vital internal ecosystem. Why does the gut matter so much in old age? Because it's not just about digestion. A healthy gut affects nearly every system in the body. It plays a crucial role in immune defense, helps regulate inflammation, and even communicates directly with the brain, influencing mood, memory, and mental clarity. This connection, known as the gut-brain axis, means that healing your gut may also help you feel more emotionally balanced and mentally sharp. Take Claire, a 70-year-old woman who had spent years struggling with digestive issues. Every meal left her feeling bloated and heavy, and no probiotic pill or fiber supplement made a difference. Then, on a friend's recommendation, she began each morning with a small bowl of miso broth. Just one simple change. Within 2 weeks, her bloating eased, her energy returned, her appetite stabilized. It wasn't a new medication or a drastic diet, just a spoonful of naturally fermented food, alive with beneficial microbes. What makes fermented foods unique is their synergy. Unlike probiotic capsules, which deliver isolated strains, fermented foods contain live, active cultures combined with natural enzymes, amino acids, and vitamins. These elements work together to improve digestion, support nutrient absorption, and reduce inflammation. They also help the body produce important neurotransmitters like serotonin, essential for mood and sleep, both of which are often disrupted in older adults. Another overlooked benefit of fermented foods is their support for the immune system. With aging comes increased susceptibility to infections, but a strong, healthy gut serves as the body's first line of defense. The probiotics in fermented foods help maintain the integrity of the gut lining, preventing harmful pathogens from taking hold and keeping inflammation in check. This can lower your risk of not just colds and flus, but also more serious inflammatory conditions that are common in old age, like arthritis and metabolic syndrome. To get these benefits, consistency is key, and it doesn't take much. Just a small daily serving of fermented foods can create a noticeable difference. Whether it's a warm bowl of miso soup, a few slices of pickled vegetables, or a spoonful of kimchi, these foods are simple to prepare, widely available, and easy to enjoy. Of course, not all fermented products are created equal. Choose those that are naturally fermented and unpasteurized, as heat processing can kill the very bacteria that make these foods so beneficial. Look for labels that say live cultures or raw when buying kimchi, sauerkraut, or kombucha. Better yet, try making your own fermented vegetables at home. It's easier than you might think and allows you full control over the ingredients. For older adults, especially those dealing with poor digestion, lowered immunity, or cognitive fatigue, fermented foods can offer profound daily support. They don't require drastic changes or extreme commitment, just small, consistent habits that nourish the body from within. Dr. Hinohara understood this well. To him, the healing didn't come from pills or restrictions. It came from honoring the body with time-tested, gentle care. And fermented foods were part of that care, an everyday gift to the gut, the immune system, and the aging mind. The power of whole grains, a steady source of energy for healthy aging. As the years pass, our bodies no longer burn energy the way they once did. Energy crashes, unstable blood sugar, and sluggish digestion become familiar struggles for many older adults. In response, some turn to low-carb diets, fearing that carbohydrates are the enemy. But the truth is more nuanced. Not all carbs are created equal, and when chosen wisely, they can be a powerful ally in the pursuit of longevity. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara and the Okinawan elders knew this well. Their diets didn't eliminate carbs. Instead, they embraced the most nourishing kind, whole grains. Foods like brown rice, quinoa, barley, and oats were daily staples, offering a steady, slow-burning source of energy that supported not just physical strength, but also heart health and digestive wellness. Whole grains are far more than a filler on the plate. They're packed with dietary fiber, vitamins, minerals, and plant-based antioxidants. These nutrients work together to support some of the most vital systems in the aging body. For example, the fiber in whole grains plays a central role in promoting regular bowel movements and nurturing a healthy gut, something that often becomes more difficult with age. It also helps lower LDL cholesterol, keeping arteries clear and reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Another essential benefit is blood sugar regulation. As we grow older, the risk of type 2 diabetes rises. But whole grains digest slowly, which means they don't cause the rapid spikes in blood sugar that refined carbs do. This slow release of glucose helps maintain balanced energy throughout the day and prevents the roller coaster of fatigue and cravings that many seniors face. Whole grains are also a rich source of magnesium, a mineral that tends to decline with age. Magnesium helps to regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and support muscle and nerve function, key factors for maintaining mobility and preventing chronic disease. A diet rich in whole grains has been associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, better metabolic health, and even reduced inflammation. Let's consider Paul, a 69-year-old who was once afraid of carbs. Concerned about his rising blood sugar and weight, he avoided rice and bread altogether. But the fatigue and cravings didn't go away. They got worse. Under the guidance of a nutritionist, Paul began adding moderate portions of quinoa, brown rice, and steel-cut oats back into his meals. Within weeks, he noticed more consistent energy throughout the day, reduced cravings, and better blood sugar numbers during checkups. What changed wasn't just his diet, it was his relationship with food. The key is to choose whole grains in their natural, unprocessed forms. Unlike refined grains that are stripped of their bran and germ, where most of the nutrients and fiber live, whole grains retain their full nutritional profile. This means more B vitamins, iron, zinc, and plant sterols, all of which are essential for maintaining strength, brain health, and immune function in later life. Incorporating whole grains into your daily meals doesn't require a complete diet overhaul. Start small and build gradually. Enjoy a bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, a scoop of quinoa salad for lunch, or a side of barley soup for dinner. These foods are hearty, satisfying, and deeply nourishing, and they pair beautifully with other longevity staples like leafy greens, olive oil, and fermented vegetables. For older adults looking to sustain energy, regulate metabolism, and protect their heart and gut, whole grains are not a luxury. They are a necessity. Dr. Hinohara didn't fear carbohydrates. He respected them. He used food as medicine, and whole grains were one of his most trusted tools. 4. The power of olive oil, a simple elixir for a long, healthy life. As we age, our bodies become more vulnerable to inflammation, high blood pressure, and declining brain function. But not all solutions come in the form of pills or treatments. Sometimes, longevity starts with something as humble as what we drizzle on our food. For centuries, people living in Mediterranean regions have credited olive oil for their long, active lives. And Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, though Japanese, embraced this same wisdom. He regularly used olive oil in his meals, not just for flavor, but for its deep protective health benefits. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind that support heart health by lowering LDL, bad cholesterol, and increasing HDL, good cholesterol. These fats don't clog arteries like saturated or trans fats do. They help keep blood vessels clear and elastic, reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. For older adults, this is a crucial advantage, as cardiovascular issues become more common with age. But the benefits of olive oil go beyond the heart. It's loaded with polyphenols, plant-based compounds with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These antioxidants help neutralize free radicals, which are unstable molecules that contribute to cellular damage and aging. Over time, this damage can lead to conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and even cancer. By incorporating olive oil regularly, we can protect our cells from this wear and tear and slow down the effects of aging from the inside out. Olive oil also plays a remarkable role in brain health. The aging brain is susceptible to decline in memory, processing speed, and cognitive sharpness. But studies show that the polyphenols and healthy fats in olive oil help reduce inflammation in the brain and improve blood flow, which supports clearer thinking and may reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. For older adults aiming to stay mentally sharp and independent, this is one of the most compelling reasons to make olive oil a dietary staple. Consider Marie, a 71-year-old woman with a long history of high blood pressure and dry, aging skin. For years, she used vegetable oils for cooking without much thought. But after switching to extra virgin olive oil, both as a cooking base and a salad dressing, she noticed her blood pressure began to stabilize. Even more surprisingly, her skin became more supple and radiant, a result of olive oil's high vitamin E content, which supports skin health and protects against dryness and premature wrinkles. Unlike heavily processed oils, extra virgin olive oil is minimally refined and retains most of its natural antioxidants and flavor. It's also versatile, ideal for sautéing vegetables, drizzling over salads, or simply dipping with a slice of whole grain bread. Just a tablespoon or two a day can deliver powerful health benefits without requiring major dietary changes. And it's not just about internal health. Olive oil has also been used topically in Mediterranean cultures for centuries, helping to moisturize the skin, reduce inflammation, and even support wound healing. For seniors dealing with dry, thinning skin, adding olive oil to both the plate and the skincare routine can offer gentle, natural support. Dr. Hinohara's approach to longevity was never about extremes. He valued simple, consistent habits that supported the body's natural balance. Olive oil, with its blend of healthy fats and healing compounds, was part of his daily rhythm, a small act of nourishment that carried lasting rewards. Number 5. The power of nuts, small but mighty protectors of aging health. They may be tiny, but don't be fooled. Nuts are some of the most powerful foods you can include in your diet, especially as you age. For centuries, they've been a quiet secret of long-lived cultures, and for good reason. In just a small handful, you get a concentrated dose of healthy fats, plant-based protein, fiber, and a wide array of vitamins and minerals that support the entire body. From the brain to the heart and down to the joints and muscles, nuts are nature's compact gift to healthy aging. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, though not one to follow dietary trends, understood the value of nourishing the body with real whole foods. And nuts certainly fit that philosophy. Simple, unprocessed, and deeply sustaining. Whether it's almonds, walnuts, pistachios, or chia seeds, each nut variety brings its own unique blend of nutrients and health-promoting compounds that older adults can greatly benefit from. One of the most important roles nuts play is in cardiovascular health. Aging arteries are prone to stiffness, inflammation, and plaque buildup, all of which increase the risk of heart attacks and stroke. The monounsaturated fats in nuts help combat these risks by lowering LDL, bad cholesterol, and raising HDL, good cholesterol, supporting a healthier lipid profile overall. Additionally, many nuts are high in arginine, an amino acid that promotes better blood vessel function and improved circulation. Beyond heart health, nuts are a valuable source of plant-based protein, which becomes more important as we age. Muscle loss is a silent thief in later life, leading to weakness, balance issues, and a higher risk of falls. Including protein-rich foods like almonds and walnuts helps preserve lean muscle mass, supports tissue repair, and boosts metabolism, all of which are key to maintaining strength and independence. Nuts are also rich in antioxidants, including vitamin E, which helps fight oxidative stress, a major contributor to aging and chronic disease. Inflammation, another persistent issue in older adults, can be significantly reduced through regular nut consumption, thanks to anti-inflammatory compounds like polyphenols and omega-3 fatty acids, especially in walnuts. Let's revisit Frank, now in his 70s. He had been dealing with chronic joint pain, frequent fatigue, and a general lack of energy. Though skeptical at first, he began adding a small handful of walnuts and almonds to his breakfast each day. Within just a few weeks, he noticed a surprising shift. His joint discomfort eased, his mental clarity improved, and he felt more energized throughout the day. It was a small change, but it yielded meaningful results. That's the power of consistency and the quiet strength of real food. Another often overlooked benefit of nuts is their role in brain health. Cognitive decline can start subtly in later life, misplaced words, forgetfulness, slower processing speed. But the omega-3s, vitamin E, and polyphenols in nuts are known to support neuronal health, reduce brain inflammation, and promote better memory and concentration. In fact, regular nut consumption has been linked to a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease and other age-related cognitive disorders. For older adults also concerned with digestive health, nuts offer another hidden benefit: fiber. This fiber helps maintain bowel regularity and promotes a healthier gut microbiome. And because nuts are so satiating, they can also support weight management by curbing unnecessary snacking and reducing cravings, without leaving you feeling deprived. The best part? Nuts are incredibly easy to add to your daily routine. Sprinkle chopped almonds over oatmeal, blend cashews into a creamy dressing, toss walnuts into a salad, or keep a small mix in your bag for a nourishing on-the-go snack. Just be mindful of portion sizes. Nuts are calorie-dense, so a small handful, about 1 ounce or 28 grams a day, is enough to gain all the benefits without overdoing it. The philosophy of Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Beyond diet, the real foundations of longevity. As he crossed the remarkable threshold of 100, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara didn't attribute his long life to medicine or modern technology, but rather to a lifestyle so simple it almost felt radical. No strict diets, no complicated regimens, just a quiet refusal to indulge in excess and a deep commitment to purpose, routine, and joy. One of his clearest convictions: avoid sugar and processed food. While he never preached extremism, he was deliberate in his choices. He believed excess sugar quietly aged the body from within. It contributed to inflammation, hardened the arteries, dulled the mind, and drained energy. In his eyes, modern processed food, so full of artificial additives, preservatives, and chemicals, was a slow but steady threat to the vitality of the aging body. So he stayed close to nature: fresh vegetables, simple broths, small portions, and no fuss. Sweet indulgences were rare and modest, never habitual. He once said, "Those who live long are never overweight," a philosophy rooted not in appearance, but in respect for the body's limits. His personal diet reflected that principle of restraint. Breakfast was humble: coffee, a glass of milk, and orange juice with a spoonful of olive oil. Sometimes lunch was skipped if work called. And dinner? Always light: vegetables, a little rice, occasionally a piece of fish or lean meat. Just twice a week, he'd enjoy a small serving of beef. Nothing extravagant, nothing trendy. He didn't count calories or follow macros. He simply ate what helped him feel light, focused, and free to move. Eating to him was not about pleasure or restriction, but about support, quiet fuel for a life in motion. But perhaps most remarkable of all, Dr. Hinohara believed the real secret to longevity lay not on the plate, but in the heart. He walked stairs into his 90s. He worked into his hundreds. He gave lectures, wrote books, smiled often. He didn't retire, he simply kept going. And that, he insisted, was the secret. To wake up every day with a sense of purpose. To live lightly, joyfully. To laugh, to move, to stay curious. To stay young, he once said, you must have fun. Many people chase diets, supplements, and cures. But Hinohara chased meaning. His meals were simple. His heart was full. And his life, long and luminous, was the quiet proof that health is never just about what we eat, but how we live. Final living to 100 isn't about chasing perfection. It's about making small, meaningful choices every day. Dr. Hinohara showed us that with simple foods, joyful routines, and a purpose-filled life, longevity isn't just possible, it's within reach. Start small. Stay curious. And remember, it's never too late to feel your best. Thanks for watching Senior Wellness. See you in the next video. Top 8 foods to prevent leg cramps in seniors. Strengthen your legs. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, feeling the intense pain of leg cramps that just won't let you go back to sleep? If you think this is just something you have to live with, here's a shocking truth. There are simple foods you can eat right at home that can stop leg cramps, reduce muscle pain, and help you sleep soundly through the night without any medication. Sounds unbelievable? Well, research shows that more than 40% of older adults experience leg cramps at night, and 70% of them can reduce or eliminate this problem simply by changing their diet. Did you know that leg cramps aren't just a normal part of aging? They're often caused by a lack of essential nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Nutrients you can easily replenish through your diet. And the best part? There are 8 superfoods that can help relax your muscles, improve blood circulation, and prevent cramps before they even start. You won't believe how these 3 simple foods can change your life. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you may have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more life-changing nutrition tips from Senior Wellness. So what are you waiting for? Let's dive right into the 8 amazing foods that can stop leg cramps and keep your muscles healthy and flexible. 1. Bananas. Nature's electrolyte pill for preventing leg cramps. Bananas have earned their reputation as nature's electrolyte pills. They are rich in potassium, a vital mineral that regulates muscle contractions and nerve signals. Leg cramps, particularly at night, are a common and painful issue for many seniors, often caused by an imbalance in potassium levels. As we age, our muscle mass and hydration levels naturally decline, making it harder to maintain proper potassium balance. This is where bananas come in as an easy, delicious solution to help restore that balance. The role of potassium in preventing cramps. Potassium is essential for normal muscle function. When potassium levels are low, muscles can become overly sensitive to nerve signals, leading to involuntary muscle contractions, what we commonly know as cramps. Potassium works in tandem with sodium and magnesium to keep muscle fibers calm, preventing them from becoming twitchy or tight. One medium-sized banana provides about 400 milligrams of potassium, which can go a long way in supporting muscle health and reducing cramps. Potassium and sugar content. Interestingly, not all bananas are created equal. Larger or riper bananas tend to have more sugar, while smaller, slightly green bananas are rich in resistant starch and are digested more slowly. This makes them an excellent choice for seniors who are monitoring their blood sugar levels. If you're looking to avoid sugar spikes, opt for smaller bananas, which provide the same potassium without the added sugar load. Bananas and nerve health. Besides potassium, bananas contain a modest amount of vitamin B6, which is essential for nerve function. Vitamin B6 helps maintain the protective coating around nerves, ensuring smooth communication between your brain and muscles. This makes bananas especially beneficial for seniors who experience mild neuropathy or restless leg syndrome alongside cramps. Incorporating bananas into your diet. Bananas are incredibly versatile and easy to digest. For seniors, they're an excellent addition to breakfast or as a mid-morning snack. You can slice one over oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie with spinach and Greek yogurt, or pair it with a handful of nuts for a muscle-friendly combination of potassium, protein, and magnesium. A banana can also be a quick, portable snack to keep cramps at bay. Possible risks. For most people, bananas are safe and beneficial. However, seniors with chronic kidney disease or high blood sugar levels should be cautious, as consuming too much potassium or natural sugars may cause complications. If this applies to you, consider avocados or leafy greens as great alternatives for potassium. Number 2. Avocados, a nutrient powerhouse for preventing leg cramps. Now let's turn our attention to avocados, the next powerhouse in our arsenal against leg cramps. While bananas are excellent for potassium, avocados take things to the next level by offering not just potassium, but also magnesium, another crucial mineral for muscle health. In fact, a single avocado contains more potassium than a banana, along with healthy fats that support nerve health and reduce inflammation. Unlike most fruits, avocados are more than just a snack. They're a complete, all-body support system wrapped in a green shell. How healthy fats in avocados support muscle health. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which are known for their ability to reduce systemic inflammation, a major factor in muscle tightness and nerve irritation in seniors. These healthy fats also play a crucial role in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, which helps regulate calcium and muscle contraction. For seniors who struggle with muscle cramps or inflammation, this combination of nutrients can be incredibly beneficial. But the benefits don't stop there. Avocados also contain phytosterols and antioxidants like lutein, which have been shown to help reduce joint inflammation and improve flexibility. This makes avocados not just helpful for cramps, but also for seniors dealing with joint pain or arthritis. By tackling both inflammation and muscle spasms, avocados provide dual support, making them an essential food for overall wellness. Magnesium's role in preventing cramps. You may be wondering, is magnesium just as important as potassium when it comes to preventing cramps? The answer is yes. Magnesium works as a natural muscle relaxer, preventing nerve signals from overstimulating muscles and causing cramps. Unfortunately, magnesium deficiency is common in seniors, often due to medication use or the natural decline in absorption efficiency with age. By incorporating magnesium-rich foods like avocados into their diet, seniors can restore balance and reduce cramps and muscle spasms. Can avocados help with joint pain? Here's where avocados really shine. Beyond their rich magnesium and potassium content, the healthy fats in avocados help reduce joint inflammation, providing relief for seniors dealing with arthritis or other joint conditions. The combination of these fats, along with muscle-supporting minerals, makes avocados a powerful ally for both muscle and joint health. How to incorporate avocados into your diet. The versatility of avocados makes them a wonderful addition to any meal. Whether you enjoy them in sweet or savory dishes, they fit seamlessly into a senior-friendly diet. Mash an avocado onto whole grain toast for a heart-healthy snack, blend it into a green smoothie, or dice it over a salad with leafy greens. When paired with other magnesium or calcium-rich foods, avocados create a synergistic effect on muscle and nerve health, making it easier to keep cramps at bay. Are there any risks in eating avocados? For most people, avocados are safe and beneficial. However, because they are calorie-dense and contain healthy fats, portion control is key, especially for seniors who are mindful of their weight. Additionally, because avocados are high in potassium, seniors with kidney disease should consult their doctor before eating them regularly. For most individuals, consuming half an avocado a few times a week is an ideal way to enjoy the benefits without overdoing it. How do avocados compare to other cramp-fighting foods? What sets avocados apart from other foods on this list is their combination of electrolytes, anti-inflammatory compounds, and heart-healthy fats. While many sources of potassium or magnesium lack healthy fats, avocados offer a complete package. They support muscle function, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation, making them one of the most well-rounded foods for preventing leg cramps naturally. Having explored the incredible benefits of avocados, let's move on to another muscle-boosting food, spinach. While avocados and bananas provide essential potassium and magnesium, spinach offers a unique bonus, natural nitrates, which help boost blood flow and circulation. Let's dive into why spinach is such an important addition to your cramp prevention plan. 3. Spinach, the magnesium and nitrate boost for preventing leg cramps. Having explored the power of bananas and avocados, let's now turn our attention to another incredible food, spinach. While spinach may seem like just another leafy green, it is far from ordinary when it comes to preventing leg cramps in seniors. Spinach is not only a nutrient powerhouse, providing a strong dose of magnesium, but it also offers a unique bonus, natural nitrates. These nitrates help boost blood flow, particularly to the legs and lower extremities, which are areas commonly affected by cramps, especially at night. How nitrates in spinach help prevent cramps. Nitrates are compounds that the body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. Better circulation means that more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to the muscles, helping to prevent spasms, reduce fatigue, and support faster muscle recovery. For seniors, especially those with slower blood flow, this improvement in circulation is crucial. With age, blood circulation tends to slow down, which is one of the contributing factors to painful leg cramps at night. Spinach, with its nitrate content, is a natural way to address this issue and improve overall blood flow. Magnesium's role in muscle relaxation. In addition to nitrates, spinach is rich in magnesium, an essential mineral that supports muscle relaxation. Magnesium helps to regulate muscle function by preventing the overexcitation of nerve signals that can lead to cramps. Seniors are often deficient in magnesium due to medication use or the natural decline in absorption as we age. By incorporating magnesium-rich foods like spinach into the diet, seniors can restore balance and reduce both cramps and muscle spasms, particularly during the night. Can spinach help with nighttime cramps? Absolutely. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and nervous system balance, both of which are essential for restful sleep. A magnesium-rich dinner or light evening snack featuring spinach can help calm the muscles, reducing the chances of waking up with painful leg cramps in the middle of the night. Seniors who struggle with cramps during sleep will find that spinach can be an excellent food to include in their evening meals. Spinach for sodium control. For seniors who are trying to reduce sodium intake, spinach is an excellent option. Spinach is naturally low in sodium, while being high in potassium, which helps maintain electrolyte balance without raising blood pressure. This makes it an ideal food for those who need to be cautious about salt intake, but still want to support muscle function and heart health. The mineral balance in spinach makes it a perfect choice for seniors who want to keep their muscles and cardiovascular system in optimal condition. Incorporating spinach into a senior-friendly diet. Spinach is incredibly versatile and can easily be added to a variety of dishes. You can mix spinach into soups, omelets, smoothies, or sauté it as a side dish. Pairing spinach with vitamin C-rich foods, such as bell peppers or a splash of lemon juice, helps increase iron absorption, providing a bonus for both energy and blood health. The more you combine spinach with other nutrient-rich foods, the more powerful its anti-cramp benefits become. How does spinach complement bananas and avocados? Unlike bananas, which provide a quick potassium fix, and avocados, which are rich in healthy fats and anti-inflammatory compounds, spinach focuses on magnesium and nitrate-based circulation support. Together, they form a well-rounded trio to prevent cramps. Bananas are your quick potassium solution. Avocados give you anti-inflammatory benefits, plus fat-soluble nutrients, and spinach adds magnesium and boosts circulation. It's like assembling your own dream team of anti-cramp foods, each player contributing its unique strength to keep cramps at bay. After learning about spinach, it's time to move on to another powerful food, pumpkin seeds. While spinach focuses on magnesium and circulation, pumpkin seeds provide a concentrated dose of magnesium, along with other essential nutrients that work to prevent cramps and support better sleep. Let's dive into how pumpkin seeds can become a go-to snack for cramp prevention. 4 pumpkin seeds, small but mighty for preventing leg cramps. Now let's talk about something small in size but powerful in its ability to combat leg cramps, pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds, also known as pepitas, are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. Just a small handful, about 1 ounce, can provide nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs, making them one of the most effective cramp-fighting foods you can easily incorporate into your diet. But why are pumpkin seeds so effective, especially for seniors? Why magnesium from pumpkin seeds is especially helpful? Pumpkin seeds offer a plant-based form of magnesium that is easily digestible, which helps regulate nerve signals and muscle contractions, particularly in the legs. This is important because as we age, magnesium absorption can decrease, leading to muscle spasms and cramps. The magnesium in pumpkin seeds plays a crucial role in maintaining normal muscle function, which is essential for preventing leg cramps that are common among seniors. But that's not all. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that promotes the production of serotonin and melatonin, which are key for better sleep quality. This makes pumpkin seeds especially helpful for seniors who suffer from cramps that wake them up at night or who have trouble falling back asleep after an episode. The added bonus? Pumpkin seeds not only help with cramps, but also contribute to a deeper, more restful sleep. Do pumpkin seeds work better than magnesium supplements? Interestingly, magnesium from foods like pumpkin seeds is often easier for the body to absorb compared to magnesium supplements. What's more, food-based magnesium comes with other beneficial nutrients such as zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, which supplements may not provide. While magnesium supplements can be useful in some cases, pumpkin seeds offer a balanced, natural way to boost magnesium levels without the risk of overconsumption, making them a much healthier choice for seniors. How to get the most benefits from pumpkin seeds. To maximize the nutritional benefits of pumpkin seeds, choose unsalted, dry roasted, or raw pumpkin seeds. They can be sprinkled over yogurt, added to oatmeal, or blended into a smoothie. Pumpkin seeds also make for a perfect bedtime snack. Just a spoonful before bed can help prevent leg cramps while promoting a deeper sleep. For seniors, this small change can make a big difference in improving sleep quality and preventing those frustrating nighttime cramps. Can pumpkin seeds help with other issues like restless legs or tingling? Yes. Pumpkin seeds can be incredibly helpful for seniors experiencing restless leg syndrome, RLS, or tingling sensations in the legs. Magnesium plays an important role in nerve health, which is why it's so beneficial for those dealing with these issues. Combined with the anti-inflammatory fats in pumpkin seeds, they can soothe the irritation that often accompanies mild nerve issues. This makes pumpkin seeds a great addition to a diet aimed at improving both muscle and nerve health. As we continue our journey through the best foods for preventing leg cramps, It's time to dive into salmon and sardines. These fatty fish are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support muscle recovery. Let's explore how they can become an essential part of your anti-cramp diet. 5. Salmon and sardines. Omega-3s for reducing inflammation and muscle recovery. Now that we've discussed the benefits of bananas and avocados, let's explore the incredible power of salmon and sardines. These fatty fish are not just delicious, but packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for reducing inflammation, particularly in muscles and joints. Two areas commonly affected by cramping. Chronic inflammation is a leading cause of muscle stiffness and cramping, which is why omega-3s are so valuable for seniors who experience cramps and joint pain. But the benefits don't stop there. Salmon and sardines are also rich in vitamin D and calcium, nutrients that play vital roles in muscle and nerve function, especially as we age. How omega-3s help with leg cramps. Omega-3 fatty acids work by reducing the production of inflammatory compounds that can irritate nerves and contribute to muscle stiffness. For seniors suffering from joint pain, arthritis, or muscle soreness, omega-3s offer double support by reducing inflammation and easing discomfort. In addition to improving muscle function, omega-3s help calm the body's response to chronic inflammation, which is crucial for preventing cramps that worsen due to stiffness and tightness. These fatty acids act as a natural anti-inflammatory, keeping muscles relaxed and preventing spasms. Why sardines are particularly beneficial for seniors with low calcium. Sardines, particularly when eaten with their soft, edible bones, are one of the richest natural sources of calcium. Calcium is essential for muscle contraction, working alongside magnesium and potassium to ensure that muscles contract and relax properly. Without enough calcium, muscles can become stiff and spasms may occur. For seniors who have difficulty absorbing enough calcium from dairy products or other sources, sardines provide an excellent alternative. These small fish pack a punch when it comes to maintaining bone health and preventing leg cramps. The role of vitamin D in preventing cramps. Another vital nutrient in both salmon and sardines is vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in helping the body absorb calcium and maintain muscle and nerve function. Many older adults suffer from vitamin D deficiency, which can lead to muscle weakness and an increase in cramping. Fatty fish like salmon and sardines are among the few natural food sources of vitamin D, making them essential for seniors, especially those who get limited sun exposure. With adequate vitamin D, the body is better able to absorb calcium, leading to stronger muscles and fewer cramps. Can salmon and sardines help with both day and night cramps? Yes, absolutely. The anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3s, combined with the muscle-regulating support of calcium and vitamin D, provide round-the-clock relief for cramps. Whether you experience cramps during the day after physical activity or at night while you sleep, these nutrients work to keep muscle fibers calm, balanced, and nourished. This means that salmon and sardines can offer support throughout the day, helping to prevent both daytime and nighttime leg cramps. How often should seniors eat salmon or sardines to get these benefits? To reap the full benefits of these powerhouse fish, aim for 2 servings per week. A serving could be a grilled salmon fillet or a can of sardines on whole grain toast or in a salad. If fresh fish isn't available, frozen or canned versions, packed in water or olive oil, are just as effective. Making salmon and sardines a regular part of your diet can help reduce inflammation, strengthen muscles, and prevent cramps. Alternatives for those who don't like fish. For seniors who don't enjoy eating fish, fish oil supplements can provide similar omega-3 benefits. However, they lack the calcium and vitamin D combination found naturally in sardines. If you prefer plant-based alternatives, algae-based omega-3 supplements are available, but they should be paired with other calcium-rich foods like leafy greens or fortified plant milks to ensure you get the full spectrum of benefits that fatty fish provide. Having covered the powerful effects of omega-3s, it's time to explore another nutrient-packed food that helps with muscle health: yogurt. While salmon and sardines provide omega-3s, yogurt offers a concentrated source of calcium and protein, both of which are essential for preventing muscle cramps. Let's take a look at how yogurt can fit into your anti-cramp diet. 6. Yogurt, the calcium and protein powerhouse for preventing leg cramps. Now let's talk about yogurt, which is not only a delicious snack, but also a powerhouse of calcium, one of the most essential minerals for preventing leg cramps. For seniors, especially those who may not get enough calcium from other foods like leafy greens or fish, yogurt offers an easily digestible and versatile option. But how does yogurt compare to other sources of calcium such as sardines or leafy greens? Yogurt versus sardines and leafy greens. Unlike sardines, which are packed with calcium but may not be suitable for everyone due to their strong flavor or fish-based content, yogurt offers a much lighter and more flexible option. It's ideal for breakfast or as a snack, and can even be used as a base for smoothies. Compared to leafy greens, yogurt provides a form of calcium that is easier for the body to absorb. This makes it a fantastic choice, especially for seniors who may have trouble absorbing nutrients from plant-based sources. Many yogurts also contain vitamin D, which enhances calcium absorption, creating a natural synergy that makes each spoonful of yogurt even more beneficial for maintaining muscle function and preventing cramps. Yogurt and muscle health. But yogurt doesn't stop at just preventing cramps. Greek yogurt in particular is a fantastic source of protein, which plays a crucial role in repairing muscle fibers and maintaining strength, both vital for aging legs. As we get older, muscle mass tends to decrease, and maintaining strong muscles is key to preventing cramps and keeping our legs mobile. Greek yogurt is especially beneficial because it's packed with protein and potassium, and it's also lower in sugar than regular yogurt, making it an ideal choice for seniors who need to watch their sugar intake while maximizing their nutritional intake. Additionally, yogurt is rich in probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support gut health. A healthy gut not only supports better digestion, but also plays an indirect role in helping seniors absorb essential nutrients like magnesium and potassium, both of which are critical for preventing cramps. So, by including yogurt in their daily routine, seniors can improve their gut health and, in turn, enhance their ability to absorb the minerals necessary for muscle function. Is Greek yogurt better than regular yogurt for seniors? Yes, Greek yogurt is generally the better option for seniors. It contains nearly double the protein of regular yogurt, making it especially beneficial for maintaining muscle mass and repairing muscle fibers after physical activity. Greek yogurt also has less sugar and more potassium, which helps regulate fluid balance and muscle contractions. Plus, its thick, creamy texture tends to be more satisfying, making it a great option for seniors who are looking to get the most nutrition while still being mindful of their calorie intake. Pair it with nuts, seeds, or berries, and you have an even more muscle-friendly snack. Lactose intolerance and yogurt. For seniors who are lactose intolerant, the good news is that they can still benefit from yogurt. Greek yogurt and lactose-free yogurt have lower lactose levels and are often easier to digest. Many seniors who have trouble with lactose can tolerate these options without the discomfort associated with regular milk-based yogurt. Additionally, there are plant-based yogurts made from almond, coconut, or soy milk that are fortified with calcium and vitamin D, offering similar muscle-supporting benefits. These plant-based options are a great alternative for seniors looking to avoid dairy, but still want to enjoy the muscle-boosting benefits of yogurt. How yogurt helps with nighttime leg cramps. Calcium plays a direct role in calming muscle excitability, especially while resting. Eating a small portion of yogurt before bed can help relax muscles and the nervous system, making it easier to fall asleep and stay cramp-free throughout the night. For an extra boost, seniors can add magnesium-rich toppings like pumpkin seeds or almonds to their yogurt. This combination helps ensure that muscles remain calm and relaxed while sleeping, preventing those painful nighttime leg cramps from disturbing a good night's rest. How often should seniors eat yogurt? To reap the benefits of yogurt, seniors should aim for a small serving of yogurt each day. A good portion size would be about 1 cup, and it can be enjoyed in the morning with fruit and nuts or as a light snack in the evening. If you prefer Greek yogurt, it's even better due to its higher protein content. This simple addition to your daily routine can make a big difference in reducing leg cramps and supporting overall muscle health. 7. Eggs, the complete protein for muscle strength and recovery. Let's turn to one of the most versatile and nutrient-packed foods, eggs. Often celebrated for their high-quality protein content, eggs play a significant role in preventing leg cramps, especially due to their rich vitamin B12 content. While eggs are commonly known for their protein, the true power in preventing leg cramps lies in vitamin B12, a vital nutrient for nerve function and red blood cell production. These two functions are essential for delivering oxygen to muscles and controlling muscle movement, making vitamin B12 indispensable for muscle health. The role of vitamin B12 in preventing cramps. Without adequate vitamin B12, nerves can become improperly activated, leading to tingling, numbness, and increased muscle cramps, particularly at night when muscles are at rest. Vitamin B12 helps maintain the protective coating around your nerves, ensuring that signals between the brain and muscles are transmitted smoothly. For seniors, vitamin B12 deficiency is especially common as the body's ability to absorb nutrients decreases with age. Fortunately, eggs provide this essential nutrient in an easily accessible and digestible form, offering a convenient way to replenish vitamin B12 levels and reduce the risk of cramps. Egg whites versus whole eggs. Which is better? You might be wondering, are egg whites enough, or do I need the yolk too? The answer depends on your health goals. Egg whites are rich in protein and contain no cholesterol, making them a heart-friendly option, especially for seniors with high cholesterol. However, many of the key nutrients, including vitamin B12, vitamin D, and healthy fats, are found in the egg yolk. If you're concerned about cholesterol, a balanced approach, such as eating 1 whole egg along with extra egg whites, can provide the best of both worlds. This way you get the muscle-supporting protein and essential vitamins without an excess of cholesterol. Eggs and muscle recovery. Eggs are considered a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids needed for muscle repair and recovery. This makes eggs an excellent choice for seniors who may be recovering from physical activity or physical therapy. Whether you're walking, stretching, or undergoing therapy to relieve muscle stiffness or weakness, eggs provide the building blocks your muscles need to heal, strengthen, and resist cramps. Eggs and energy for seniors. Eggs are also incredibly beneficial for seniors dealing with fatigue or balance issues. Fatigue and poor balance often stem from muscle weakness, low energy metabolism, or vitamin deficiencies. Eggs provide clean, efficient fuel, containing protein, vitamin B12, and vitamin D, all of which help stabilize energy levels and support coordination. By including eggs in the diet, seniors can improve both muscle strength and balance, making everyday tasks easier and reducing the risk of falls. Combined with foods like yogurt or spinach, eggs make a nutrient-dense breakfast that powers both muscles and the nervous system. How to cook eggs the healthy way. For the healthiest preparation, stick to gentle cooking methods like boiling, poaching, or lightly scrambling with a small amount of olive oil. Avoid frying eggs in butter or pairing them with high-sodium meats like bacon or sausage. Eggs also pair beautifully with cramp-fighting foods like spinach, magnesium, sweet potatoes, potassium, or whole grain toast, fiber, and vitamin B. This combination not only enhances the benefits of eggs, but also provides a balanced meal to support muscle function and prevent cramps. 8. Sweet potatoes, the natural mineral multivitamin for preventing leg cramps. Next, let's talk about one of nature's hidden gems for preventing leg cramps: sweet potatoes. These delicious, nutrient-dense tubers are rich in 3 key minerals: potassium, magnesium, and calcium, all packed into a fiber-rich, delicious package. This unique combination makes sweet potatoes an ideal choice for seniors who need to supplement their electrolyte intake without relying on processed foods or supplements. Think of sweet potatoes as a natural mineral multivitamin, offering a healthy and tasty way to nourish your muscles and prevent cramps. How do sweet potatoes compare to bananas in potassium content? Surprisingly, sweet potatoes often contain as much or even more potassium than bananas, depending on their size and how they're prepared. A medium-sized sweet potato can contain over 500 milligrams of potassium, making it a potent source of this essential mineral. In fact, for seniors needing to maintain healthy muscle function and prevent cramps, sweet potatoes are an excellent alternative or addition to bananas. Potassium works alongside other minerals like magnesium to help regulate muscle contractions, keeping muscles calm and relaxed. Slow-digesting carbohydrates for stable blood sugar. Another key benefit of sweet potatoes is their slow-digesting carbohydrates, which help maintain more stable blood sugar levels. This is particularly important for seniors, especially those dealing with diabetes or watching their carbohydrate intake. Unlike simple sugars that can cause spikes and crashes in blood sugar, the complex carbohydrates in sweet potatoes are digested more slowly, providing a steady release of energy throughout the day. This slow digestion helps keep your blood sugar in check while still delivering the essential nutrients your body needs to prevent muscle cramps. Sweet potatoes and inflammation. Sweet potatoes are also packed with antioxidants, including beta-carotene and vitamin C, which help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the muscles and joints. This makes them especially beneficial for seniors who suffer from cramps accompanied by joint stiffness due to arthritis or age-related muscle soreness. While magnesium works to calm the muscles directly, these antioxidants work in the background, soothing the inflammation that can make cramps worse. For seniors dealing with both inflammation and muscle cramps, sweet potatoes provide a natural remedy that addresses both issues. When is the best time to incorporate sweet potatoes into your diet? Sweet potatoes are incredibly versatile and can be eaten at any time of the day. However, they're especially useful when consumed at dinner, as their complex carbohydrates and muscle-soothing minerals can help reduce nighttime cramps and promote better sleep. A serving of sweet potatoes at dinner, paired with a protein like eggs or fish, creates a balanced, anti-cramp meal that supports muscle recovery and helps you sleep soundly through the night. Cooking methods to retain cramps, fighting nutrients. To retain the most nutrients from sweet potatoes, the healthiest cooking methods are baking or steaming. These methods help preserve the potassium and vitamin C content. Boiling can cause some of these minerals to leach into the water, so if you boil sweet potatoes, consider using the cooking water in soups or stews to retain the nutrients. For an extra boost, sprinkle a little cinnamon and add a spoonful of Greek yogurt on top of your cooked sweet potatoes. This combination of potassium, calcium, and protein is the perfect recipe for muscle health and cramp prevention. We've just gone through a list of 8 powerful foods, each playing a crucial role in preventing leg cramps. From bananas that quickly provide potassium to sweet potatoes that add magnesium and antioxidants, this is not just a simple list, it's a comprehensive nutrition strategy. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Leg cramps aren't random occurrences. In fact, they are a sign that your body is warning you about nutritional imbalances, dehydration, poor circulation, or inflammation. What's great about this list is that it doesn't just tackle cramps with medications or temporary fixes. These foods help you prevent cramps naturally by giving your body what it really needs. Bananas and sweet potatoes provide potassium to help muscles function smoothly. Avocados supply magnesium and healthy fats to soothe nerves. Spinach and pumpkin seeds offer deep mineral support, while salmon and sardines help reduce inflammation and restore muscle function. Yogurt and eggs contribute to building stronger muscles and nerves with protein, vitamin B12, and calcium. Each of these foods plays a vital role, but when combined, they offer a holistic, food-based solution to a common and frustrating problem that many older adults face. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button so we can bring you even more valuable content. Leave a comment below to share your thoughts, or let us know what topics you'd like us to explore next. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on helpful health tips and information from Senior Wellness. Stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Seniors, stop eating 6 worst fruits. They are destroying your leg strength. Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker, even though you eat healthy, stay active, and do everything right? Why does the staircase suddenly seem steeper? Why does it take you longer to get up from the chair than before? Is it just aging, or is something quietly working against you? Here's something that might surprise you. It's not what you're not doing, but rather what you are doing without realizing the harm. There's a silent mistake that many seniors make every single day, and they do it with complete confidence, thinking they're making the right choice. After all, they've been taught their whole lives that fruit is healthy, that it's natural, and that it's good for you. And for the most part, that's true. But here's the truth that no one talks about. Not all fruits are safe for older adults. In fact, some of the very fruits we eat every week, without thinking twice, could be gradually weakening our legs, causing knee pain, inflaming joints, and making it harder to move as we age. The fruits marketed as healthy could actually be working against your leg strength, balance, and mobility. As we age, our bodies change. Our metabolism slows down, circulation weakens, and foods that once helped us now quietly start causing harm. Some fruits, though they seem harmless and sweet, are packed with acids, sugars, and compounds that disrupt blood sugar, cause joint inflammation, and reduce leg strength. The worst part is, this damage happens slowly, quietly, and unnoticed. Until one day, you notice that deep ache in your calves, the persistent thigh pain, or your knees stiffening after just a short walk. Today, I'm going to reveal 6 of the worst fruits that everyone over 60 should avoid, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term pain, weakness, and damage. These fruits may seem harmless, but they're not. Once you know the truth, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So if you care about your strength, if you want to keep your legs healthy, steady, and free from pain, stay with me until the very end. This could be the wake-up call your body has been waiting for. But before we dive in, let's take a moment. If you care about your health, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're about to uncover truths no one talks about. And while you're watching, I want to know, do you agree with me? Drop a comment below if this video speaks to you, and type no if it doesn't. Your voice matters more than you think. Before we begin, let me reveal a secret that you might not know. The 6th food on our list is actually very important, because it could be the hidden cause of deep aches in your hips or thighs for those over 60. A problem that many of us have overlooked. Now let's dive into the first fruit on the list, widely praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. However, what most people don't know is that for older adults, it can have the opposite effect. That fruit is pineapple. and you won't believe what it can do to your body. Fruit number 1. Pineapple has long been seen as a healthy, refreshing fruit. Juicy, tropical, and often praised for its anti-inflammatory enzyme, bromelain. But for people over 60, pineapple may quietly work against your health in ways you don't see coming. The issue starts with sugar. A single cup of chopped pineapple contains about 16 grams of sugar, more than a scoop of some ice creams. Although this sugar is natural, it still affects the body like any other carbohydrate. In younger adults, the body handles sugar spikes more efficiently. But as we age, our insulin response weakens. This means blood sugar remains elevated longer, and repeated spikes can damage tiny blood vessels, especially in the legs, feet, and muscles. Poor circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching the lower body, which contributes to symptoms like heavy legs, calf cramps, and fatigue during walking or climbing stairs. This concern is backed by a study published in Diabetes Care 2003, which found that postprandial hyperglycemia, spikes in blood sugar after meals, is a stronger risk factor for cardiovascular complications in older adults than fasting glucose levels. In essence, frequent sugar spikes, even from fruit, can quietly impair vascular health in the aging body. Pineapple is also highly acidic. It contains citric and malic acids that, in excess, can irritate the lining of joints, especially in people with arthritis or inflammation-related pain. For seniors with pre-existing joint issues, this added acid load may quietly worsen symptoms, making knees stiffer and ankles more swollen over time. And then there's bromelain. While it's often marketed as an anti-inflammatory, bromelain can interfere with certain medications. For seniors taking blood thinners such as aspirin or warfarin, regular intake of pineapple can increase the risk of unexpected bruising or bleeding, or make medications less effective, something most people aren't warned about. The danger isn't immediate. That's what makes it so easy to overlook. Pineapple doesn't cause sharp pain or sudden injury. Instead, it chips away at your mobility slowly, day by day, through subtle inflammation, circulation problems, and drug interactions that go unnoticed until your legs feel weaker, heavier, and slower than they used to. If you're over 60 and eat pineapple frequently, consider how it fits into your diet. Occasional, small portions may be fine, especially if eaten with protein or healthy fat to slow the sugar spike. But consuming it daily, especially on an empty stomach or in large smoothies, may be working against your strength, not for it. If a fruit like pineapple, often believed to reduce inflammation, can quietly harm aging legs, then maybe it's time to take a second look at other healthy fruits too. And next up is one you probably eat all the time: the banana. Fruit number 2. Bananas are widely seen as one of the healthiest fruits available. Soft, sweet, and packed with potassium. For decades, they've been recommended for preventing cramps, boosting energy, and supporting muscle function. But in the aging body, especially after 60, the effects of bananas aren't always as beneficial as they seem. A medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar and over 27 grams of carbohydrates, most of which digest quickly. For a senior with slower metabolism and reduced insulin sensitivity, this creates a rapid spike in blood sugar. Unlike younger individuals who clear glucose efficiently, older adults tend to have delayed insulin response. The result? Sugar lingers in the bloodstream, damaging small vessels, particularly those in the legs and feet. Over time, this can weaken circulation, depriving muscles of the oxygen they need. You might begin to notice tight calves after meals, soreness while climbing stairs, or heaviness in your thighs. What's more, bananas also promote water retention. In seniors with heart issues or kidney concerns, excess potassium and fluid imbalance can lead to swelling in the feet, puffiness around the ankles, and stiff joints. The most dangerous part is that this doesn't happen overnight. The impact is subtle, building slowly with each day. One banana isn't the problem. It's the routine consumption that, over months, begins to wear down circulation and mobility without obvious warning. Bananas also interact with how medications are absorbed or processed, especially in those taking drugs for blood pressure or fluid control. While they can be part of a healthy diet, eating them daily, especially alone or in large portions, can do more harm than good. If your legs feel heavy, swollen, or sore more often than before, it may be time to rethink the fruits you're eating. Cutting back on bananas, combining them with protein or fiber, and rotating in lower sugar options can help support more stable blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Bananas aren't bad, but they may not be the right choice for every senior, every day. Adjusting your habits now may help protect your strength, comfort, and independence in the years ahead. And if bananas, so soft and familiar, can quietly burden aging legs, then what about something even smaller? Something tiny, sweet, and seemingly harmless. Let's talk about grapes. Fruit number 3. Grapes look harmless, small, juicy, and easy to snack on. They have a reputation for being heart-healthy, full of antioxidants, and rich in resveratrol. But for older adults, especially those over 60, grapes may be quietly contributing to joint pain, stiffness, and declining leg strength. The problem lies in fructose, the main sugar found in grapes. Unlike glucose, which is used by the body for energy, fructose travels straight to the liver. When the liver can't process all of it, something more common with age, the excess is converted into fat and uric acid. This uric acid tends to build up in the joints, especially the toes, ankles, and knees, leading to inflammation, swelling, and burning pain. Scientific research has linked high fructose consumption to elevated uric acid levels. In a 2008 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, researchers found that men who consumed 2 or more servings of fructose-rich beverages per day had an 85% higher risk of developing gout compared to those who consumed less. While the study focused on sweetened drinks, the underlying mechanism, fructose increasing uric acid production, applies similarly to fruit like grapes when consumed in large quantities. You might feel a sharp ache in your big toe at night, tightness in your calves for no clear reason, or soreness in your knees after walking. These may all be subtle signs of elevated uric acid, possibly from something as simple as eating grapes every day. Fructose also promotes chronic inflammation, which affects the whole body, but is especially hard on joints and muscles in the legs. Movement becomes slower, stiffness lingers longer, and recovery takes more effort. And grapes are easy to overeat. Because they're light and bite-sized, it's common to eat 2 or 3 cups in one sitting, quickly adding a large sugar load to the body without realizing it. This spike can quietly erode circulation and joint comfort over time. For seniors, especially those with gout, arthritis, or early insulin resistance, grapes may no longer be the best choice. That doesn't mean they need to be completely avoided, but they should be eaten in moderation. A small handful at a time, paired with protein or fiber, not as a standalone snack. If you've noticed more stiffness, swelling, or unexplained aches in your legs, and grapes are a regular part of your diet, it might be time to scale back and observe how your body responds. Grapes may be small, but for the aging body, their impact can be surprisingly large. And up next is another fruit that's even more deceptive. It feels like water, tastes like summer, but behaves like sugar. Let's talk about watermelon. Fruit number 4, watermelon, is often considered the perfect summer fruit, light, refreshing, and full of water, making it a great way to stay hydrated. It's low in calories and seems like the ideal healthy snack. However, many people don't realize that watermelon has a high glycemic index, which means it can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, similar to eating candy. For younger people, this might not be a big concern, but for older adults, especially those over 60, the body struggles more to manage these sudden spikes in blood sugar. When blood sugar rises too quickly, it triggers insulin, but the aging body doesn't process insulin as efficiently, leading to inflammation. This is particularly harmful to areas with poor circulation, such as the calves, ankles, and knees. Scientific research has shown that foods with a high glycemic index can significantly affect insulin resistance and increase inflammation in the body. A study published in Diabetes Care, 2006, found that a diet with a higher glycemic index led to greater insulin resistance in older adults, making it harder for the body to handle glucose efficiently. The study emphasized that high glycemic index foods could exacerbate chronic conditions like diabetes and arthritis, especially in older adults. You might begin to notice subtle effects: a feeling of heaviness in your legs, soreness after light activity, or swelling around your ankles. Watermelon, with its light, hydrating feel, can actually act like a sugar trap. It seems harmless, but when you eat more than you realize, a slice turns into 2 or 3, the impact on your blood sugar can increase rapidly, putting additional strain on your circulation and your joints. If you feel tired or experience muscle stiffness after meals and watermelon is a regular part of your diet, it might be time to reassess. Try cutting back and see if it helps alleviate the discomfort in your legs. Staying hydrated is important, but watermelon may not be the best choice for older adults with circulation or joint issues. Watermelon can quench your thirst and provide hydration, but like all foods, it's important to consider how it fits with your current health needs. While it's great for hydration, the natural sugars in watermelon can cause a sudden spike in blood sugar. For older adults, this can lead to issues like poor circulation, increased inflammation, and muscle fatigue, especially in the legs. If you've recently noticed more discomfort in your legs and watermelon is something you regularly eat, it may be time to reconsider your choice. Now, let's look at another popular fruit that many associate with health: oranges. You'll find them in everything from juices to immune-boosting drinks. But for older adults, this vitamin C-packed fruit can sometimes trigger acid reactions in the joints. Let's take a closer look at how oranges might affect your body as you age. Fruit number 5. Oranges are bright, tangy, and everywhere. You find them in breakfast juices, health supplements, and on almost every plate, marketed as the ultimate immune booster thanks to their high vitamin C content. For decades, we've been told that oranges are good for us, good for our skin, our immunity, and overall health. But for seniors, especially those over 60, there's an uncomfortable truth hiding behind that citrus glow. The acidity in oranges might actually be doing more harm than good, particularly for your joints. Oranges are loaded with citric acid, which, although natural, can silently irritate the joints. If you suffer from stiffness, arthritis, or inflammation, this acid can aggravate already sensitive tissues, causing increased pain and discomfort. It doesn't happen right away, but over time, you might start noticing the signs: stiffness in the knees when you wake up, soreness in your hips after sitting for a while, or that uncomfortable, almost locked feeling in your legs after being stationary too long. You might chalk it up to aging, but the daily glass of orange juice you've been drinking could be quietly making things worse. Here's what's happening. The citric acid in oranges doesn't just stay in the stomach. It enters your bloodstream, affecting the delicate tissues in your joints. And when combined with the natural sugars found in oranges, it triggers blood sugar fluctuations that fuel inflammation throughout the body. It's not just about your stomach or digestion. It's about the toll it takes on your circulation and joints, especially in areas that already struggle to maintain fluid movement, like your knees, ankles, and hips. For younger people, this may not be as noticeable, but for seniors whose circulation is slower and whose joints are already under strain, the effects of orange juice can become more pronounced. That refreshing beverage could be a hidden culprit in your battle with stiffness and joint pain. You might feel like you're doing your body a favor by drinking orange juice, but instead, it could be quietly worsening the very discomfort you're trying to avoid. The worst part? You won't always feel the effects right away. The discomfort builds slowly, and because oranges have always been considered healthy, you may not connect the dots. That's the deceptive part. What seems like a harmless habit could be the source of your ongoing pain and difficulty moving. If you've been drinking orange juice every morning and have noticed more joint pain, especially in your knees or ankles, it might be time to reconsider. The vitamin C in oranges is beneficial, but the acidity can be too much for aging joints to handle. Instead, try reducing your intake and see how your body reacts. You might find that cutting back on oranges helps reduce inflammation, improving your flexibility and mobility over time. Oranges are a healthy fruit for many, but for seniors, they may need to be consumed in moderation. It's not about avoiding them entirely, but rather about being mindful of how your body responds. Oranges may seem harmless, but for older adults with slower circulation and aging joints, they can silently worsen your condition. While often seen as a healthy choice, you might not realize they're contributing to discomfort over time. Next up is a fruit that seems like the perfect option: green apples. Crisp, low in sugar, and widely regarded as healthy. But hidden inside, they may be causing issues like hip pain, stiff knees, and nighttime cramps. Let's explore how green apples could be affecting your body as you age. Fruit number 6. Green apples are often seen as a healthier option compared to their sweeter red counterparts. Their crisp texture, natural freshness, and lower sugar content make them appear to be the perfect choice, especially for seniors. They're often considered a smart snack, low in sugar and high in fiber, right? But for older adults, green apples can silently contribute to leg pain, stiffness, and fatigue. The first hidden danger lies in the malic acid that gives green apples their tart flavor. While this acid might be fine for younger bodies, it can cause problems as we age. As we get older, the lining of our stomach becomes more sensitive, and malic acid, when absorbed into the bloodstream, can irritate tissues, especially the joints. Seniors may experience deep, aching pain in their hips or thighs after eating green apples, and others may feel discomfort in their knees or a burning sensation in their legs. This doesn't happen immediately, but over time, the buildup of acid can cause pain to become more frequent and intense. Research has shown that malic acid can contribute to joint pain and inflammation in older adults. A study published in Arthritis and Rheumatology, 2014, demonstrated that acids from fruits, like malic acid, may aggravate inflammatory responses in individuals with rheumatoid arthritis and other joint conditions. The study found that excessive intake of fruits high in organic acids, such as green apples, led to an increase in inflammatory markers in the blood, causing more painful flare-ups in the joints. The second concern is the natural sugar in green apples. Even though they are less sweet than red apples, they still contain sugar, enough to cause problems for seniors with slower metabolisms. This natural sugar leads to blood sugar fluctuations. For a senior with slower glucose metabolism, these fluctuations can result in fatigue in the calves, weakness while climbing stairs, leg cramps at night, or persistent joint stiffness in the morning. These effects are often subtle at first, but gradually become harder to ignore as they build up over time. What makes green apples particularly challenging is that they are often eaten raw, as a quick snack, or even before bed, leaving the body no time to recover from their effects. While green apples look pure and healthy, their malic acid and sugar can silently disrupt your body's balance, making walking more difficult, joints stiffer, and nights more restless. So, while green apples may seem like a safe, low-sugar fruit for seniors, they can have hidden impacts that contribute to leg pain and stiffness. If you've been feeling more discomfort in your legs, particularly after eating green apples, it might be time to consider reducing them in your diet. Simple changes like pairing them with protein or eating them less frequently can make a big difference in reducing joint pain and improving mobility. The key isn't to avoid apples altogether, but to eat them mindfully and in moderation. Because as we age, what used to be easy on our bodies may no longer be. Now that you've seen the big picture, with 6 fruits that have been widely praised for their health benefits, it's important to recognize the hidden side they may have, especially for those over 60. But here's the good news. There are fruits that can actually have the opposite effect. These fruits fight inflammation, ease joint pain, and promote healthier legs. Let's talk about these options and how they can be the perfect replacements for some of the fruits we've just discussed. While some fruits may no longer be suitable as we age, others align perfectly with your body's needs today. It's not just about filling your stomach. It's about choosing the right fruit that can heal your body. Let's start with berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These small fruits are powerful anti-inflammatories, low in sugar, and packed with antioxidants. They help improve blood circulation, especially to your legs, reduce swelling, ease stiffness, and support smoother movement. Next, let's talk about cherries. When consumed in moderation, cherries can help lower uric acid, reducing gout flare-ups and relieving joint pain. Just a few cherries, not a whole bowl, can provide real relief for aching joints and soothe the burning sensation in your toes or knees. Avocados are also one of the best fruits for joint health. They are rich in healthy fats that cushion the joints and reduce inflammation. Plus, they help regulate insulin levels, providing steady energy without spiking blood sugar levels. If you're looking for something easy to digest, papayas might be the fruit for you. This tropical fruit is packed with enzymes that aid digestion and gently soothe inflammation in both the stomach and joints. Don't forget pears. With their subtle sweetness, pears can provide energy without spiking blood sugar levels, especially when paired with protein or fiber. They help fuel your body without tiring your legs. Each of these fruits works with your body, not against it. They don't cause pain or swelling. They support strength, balance, and soothe your body. Choosing the right fruit for your age and current health needs is crucial. When you make intentional choices, you'll start feeling sharper in the mornings, walking stronger, and experiencing more peace in your movements. Now let's reflect on this. If you've made it this far, it means you care about your health, your strength, and your future. I want you to hear this clearly. You're never too old to change. It's never too late to heal, and you are not alone in this journey. Aging isn't about giving up. It's about getting smarter. When you begin eating more consciously, when you choose foods that support your joints, circulation, and strength, you will notice the difference. Walking will feel lighter, mornings will feel easier, and pain will decrease. You'll gain more freedom. That's the goal of this message. No fear, no limitations, only wisdom. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Share something you've learned today and one change you're ready to make. Let's support each other, because when we share, we grow together. If this video has helped you, even just a little, don't hesitate to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on something that could transform your health. Before you go, leave a comment sharing how this video helped you or how you plan to implement what you've learned. Your feedback is crucial, and it helps us grow together. See you in the next video.